everyone, welcome back to Flesh and Bad, and I'm joined with Taylor Swift as well as Ben Weinfeld. Maybe not Swift, maybe Crawford's the other one, whichever. But anyways, we're here to kind of do like a follow up to our previous Marlin video, where I think we did like kind of a heuristics video and deck tech on, I guess, kind of like the old Marlin list. But now we have some new updates, a new meta, and we have some new changes to the deck. So I guess we wanted to actually start with Taylor's Worlds list. This was right before the BNR. And Taylor, you've not gotten a chance to talk about this list really all that much.
No, I've been just kind of like after Worlds, I kind of just put it down. I haven't played a game of actual like paper fab since Worlds. I've been just enjoying touching grass and going outside and seeing what the sunlight looks like before. I didn't really know what that was leading into Worlds.
Sure, for sure. So let me actually pull open the old Marlin deck. Let's give me a second. But I want to like kind of compare them and just kind of like talk through some of the changes. So let me pull that one open. Where is that? Marlin. Solve Marlin. Okay. So we originally had this solved Marlin deck list that I think is pretty similar to kind of what we have now. I think that there are like a couple of changes to mainly like the ratios. Like we're, I think, running a couple more blues now. But walk me through, I guess, some of the changes between this kind of like old version of Marlin, where we were running like Lace with Blood Rots, as well as like, I think we also had like, we had some weird cards in here. We had like Trench, and then I think the Tar Pits and stuff like that. I guess extra Tar Pits. But walk me through, I guess, the Worlds list and kind of like how the deck shifted between that original solve list and then this kind of list.
Well, first things is we upped the blue count by 2 by cutting the Lace with Blood Red, as you mentioned. I wanted a little bit more consistency while lowering the damage ceiling a little bit, but I think that was well worth it in the end because Worlds was more of a marathon than a race in terms of deck building. So I wanted to just make sure my deck was doing what it needed to do every time I needed it to be done.
So Taylor, I think the perhaps spiciest inclusion in your Worlds list was Blue Toxicity. Walk me through this card, because I think that, okay, I was a doubter initially on this card, I'll admit. I think Ben maybe also had a few doubts on this card. We were trying to find a way to replace it. But you're
I
a
know.
staunch believer.
Oh,
I
I am
love
not
this
going to
card.
rain on Taylor's parade. I will give my bevy of complaints about this card afterwards.
Yeah. So I wanted a card that was worth 3 value when played offensively and is a blue card. I did not care about the bottom right number of a 3 block because I don't block. So my kind of stripped down to like the cards I could play, and I found this one in the trash bin. And I know that we're putting evasion on almost every arrow that we're playing. So by the time if we get down to second cycle into like a Jarl or something, it's almost guaranteed to hit. And I'm getting my 3 value from this card, almost guaranteed every time. So this card was amazing at Worlds. It was amazing during the ProQuest season for Yokohama, which I didn't talk about it that much, but I was playing this card during the Yokohama ProQuest season, and it was just a great role player. Just the 3 value blue offensive card. Awesome card. Awesome card.
Yeah, and when you compare this to like Lace with Blood, right, you're getting kind of like a similar stat line, right? Like you're getting
Yeah. 5.
red for 5 or like blue for 3, right? But
Yeah.
this has like a lower opportunity cost because it's not going to brick you as hard as like Lace would, right?
Yeah.
Which makes sense. But I think like other than the toxicity to Lace swap, the deck is like mostly the same. Other than like I think you also swapped. I think we had Drill Shot initially in the other list, right? And then we swapped that to Widowmakers for Gravy.
Yeah. The Widowmakers, a quick TLDR on the Widowmaker was that I wanted to be able to just kill Scubas. I wanted to kill Ankas and Sawbones without getting Fearless. And the biggest one is I wanted to kill Chum with a single buff and not have to think about Fearless blowing my absolute back off every time.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it was really good.
Casual 3 cards
Yeah.
to kill Chum, just the average.
Yeah. So it was awesome.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. I think I also potentially convinced you on the red saltwater swells.
Yes, but yes, you did. Yes, you did.
I'm a big fan of this card, especially in Gravy for doing kind of like the more aggro strat, which I think is kind of better. At least for Worlds, I think it was a lot better. But yeah, I think we're doing like 2 and 2 in the drop dangers. We also have the spicy one of hamstring shop for Syndra, and I think I guess talk me through why we're running the hamstring.
Okay, so as I was doing the math, I think the solid version had 3 tar pit traps at the time, and I was playing 3 tar pit and three hamstring and three king sharks into Syndra and playing like a tempo game. Well, I wanted a one cost arrow into her so I could do like the blue hamstring, pop a gold, shoot hamstring for 5 arsenal card because on hit is worth 3 value into her because she's usually going to have to pitch a red to swing like her starter, and which allows you to actually block out her massive momentum a little bit easier because you don't have to worry about the fourth chain link as much. So I played that one because it allowed you to also play into aggressive codex lines into her. So it was pretty much just like thinking about Syndra kind of card.
No. And I've actually kind of liked the hamstring shot a lot. Right? And I know Syndra has kind of like fallen off a little bit, maybe
Yeah.
post ban. But I actually think I brought like 2 red hamstring shots to my the Calling Seattle, and those actually kind of performed pretty well for me as well. But yeah, big fan of red hamstring shot. Let's actually talk. I think one notable thing in this list is also that we're not really running like a real quiver, right? We're just running the enchanted quiver. So talk to me about cutting wrestling leaves, because I think Ben, you've also cut or you like wrestling leaves still on your list, right? Yeah, big fan. But Taylor, what was I guess the logic behind cutting it?
Well, whenever I activate Quiver, the top of my deck is always like blue sleep dart, and it goes into my arsenal, and then I lose the game. Uh, so I'm trying to lower the variance a little bit by just not having it. And I know it sounds crazy, but it's like I feel like if you played your hands mathematically correct, you could have lowered your variance to need quiver as much as possible, like pitching like the buff to like draw off a 3 oak instead of throwing the blue harpoon or something like that. So just doing those type of lines and just lowering the variance as much as possible fixed what the quiver was trying to do. Sometimes the quiver would just be the thing that messed you up the most.
Yeah. And I know for especially in like the old lists when we're running like drill shot, like hitting a drill shot was basically kind of like a death sentence depending on like who you were playing against, basically,
Yeah,
right?
and I don't want that. Nope.
Yeah. So I think like I think a lot of people have not even running the enchanted quiver anymore, which I think like makes some amount of sense. Like just
What?
kind of
It's Blue Sigil Solace. What's wrong
yeah,
with that?
blue sigil into like 3 heroes, right? Or how many arcane
It's
heroes?
well,
Ew.
hold on. It's actually really good in Ocilio because it doesn't allow him to keep the 2 card Mind Warp hand.
That's true. That's true. But it's only that matchup's free anyways, you know. But yeah, I think this list, like, there are a lot of really cool evolutions, I guess, from the solved list. And I think also, I guess one last card we got to talk about is Honing Hood. So I think we were only running this for Syndra and I guess like any other like aggro Warmongers decks. I guess like Fi technically, but like mainly just for
So
Syndra, right?
my rule of this card was I only played it into ninjas that would play Mong into us. So it'd be Fi, Syndra, Katsu if I'm going second,
Yeah.
which is oddly specific, but only going second. The second one that I would always do is the mirror going second.
Yep.
So that way they don't hook my gold and I just like pass turn and then we just like sit there and have a good time. No, so those were my like heuristics for this card and it worked for the weekend. I think I played against one Syndra and then he got to Warmongers me. I got to activate this and King Shark for 10. And it was like, nice Warmongers, you sucker. And it was so much fun.
Honing Hood, really cool addition as well. And then yeah, I think that's basically pretty much it for the worlds list. Is there anything I missed or we didn't talk about? I think
No, I think we talked a lot about it. We didn't like do any like psyoping whenever we did the solved list. I think this was relatively, like a slightly updated, a little bit more for like a tuned meta game of what worlds was supposed to be. I don't think there's any surprises in the deck that anyone's like really shocked by.
yeah. Like I think this is like pretty much identical, at least in structure. Like the main deck structure of the list is like
Yeah.
pretty much identical to the solved list. Maybe just like a little tweaking with the blue ratio.
Mhm.
But yeah, this list is really cool. And I guess talk me through, I guess, your world's record. I think you probably touched on this like before, but like talk about, I guess, like your matchups. Like did you day two, right?
I did day 2.
Yeah.
No thanks to Living Legend. Me and Living Legend were fist fighting the
Yeah.
weekend. CC was great. Round 1, I played against Mario. I played against Tao Tao. Anything that could have went right for me. Like, I'd go like catch the day Redfin and his hands 4 reds that he can't block with efficiently, and I'd eat 2 of them. I'm like, holy smokes, wow, I'm drawing really well. Round 2 was against Huntsman. Thankfully, I was very prepared for the Huntsman matchup and understanding all the heuristics from that matchup. due to my brother Nathan playing Huntsman at Worlds. So we got a lot of games matched up in there, and I understood like what to block, what not to block, and the whole hey, if I do this, he's gonna do that kind of thing. So we did get down to like second cycle, but I knew that I was going to win unless he hit the riches, which he did not, thankfully. So I got to end the game at a pretty hefty life total of like 9 to 12, I believe, at the time.
Nice.
Third round, I played against a Verdance, which was actually a part of the uh, Pummel Party from Brazil.
Oh, nice.
I would say that I played pretty well. Like I threw a lot of 10s and 13s, nothing huge, but I got pretty lucky that he didn't find any major decompose early. Like he didn't find any root bounds or any fellings or plows or anything like that. So I got really lucky with that. For round 4, that one is on stream. They posted it in the shitter videos if you want to go watch that.
Yeah.
It was like I guess that was like karma from the Tao Tao game, where anything that could have went wrong.
Yeah.
Like I threw like a blue fin for like 13. I was like, well, I only get blown out if he has 3 reactions in hand and a D react from Arsenal. And then he's like, oh, I'll block 9, pitch of red, sink you from Arsenal. I was like, oh my god, this is worst case scenario. And it was like, okay, and it just happened turn over turn over turn.
Yeah.
I guess it's the first time I ever playing against Marlin because I blue finned him for like 14 or 17, and he goes, "You don't make a gold if I don't have a blue in my hand." I'm like, "Are you joking right now?" And I don't know why, but I actually presented the enchanted quiver, and he like sits across from it. And he's like, "Can I read that?" I was like, "Yeah," and he like picks it up. He goes, "Arcane damage." He looks at me, and goes, "Nice." He hands it back, but nah, he was a great opponent. You can go watch that one on stream. The one thing that's not on stream though is after he kicks my tail, he goes, "Can you drink?" And I go, "Heck yeah, I can drink. I might have to drink after this game." And he's like, "Oh, do you want a sake Kit Kat?" And it was delicious.
Oh, that actually sounds really good.
Yeah, he brought it from home, and he's like, "Here you go." I was like, "Thanks." And then round 5, I played against Eugene C. on Reinar. And it went exactly as you would exactly as you would think it went. Like kind of like the heuristics of Marlin kind of worked. I played like 3 codex in 5 turns. King sharked him. It was a crazy game. I got there in the end though. I felt really bad too because he's actually was staying with us for that weekend. So I had to go back to the Airbnb and look at him, and I'm just apologizing to him.
Makes sense.
And then I also played Marlin in LL. I played like the stock list that you've seen everyone else play. It was mediocre. The first round, I lost to a Viscerai that was just like super defensive, played really well, just, played Mordred before I played anything else. The next round, I actually played against my teammate Ed Knight on Starvo. I beat him. It was a sick game too because I guess he doesn't follow like in team chat like the Marlin updates.
Yeah.
So like on turn 0, he goes, "Winners well you," and I take cover, put a King Shark in my arsenal. That threw like 16 on turn 1. And he's like, "Oh, okay, what the hell is this?" I'm like, "Yeah, man, this is fun. I'm having a good time." But he played great. We got down second cycle. Final round of day 1 was into Jeremy Chin on Dromai. I got 40 0'd. I literally got 40 0'd.
Rough.
I was like, okay.
Yeah,
like
I mean, Dromai is like a brutal matchup, right?
Oh, it was because he had fates, sinks, shelters, sand covers.
Ain't no way.
Okay.
Fate, sink, shelter, sand covers, and it was like it was like he was like, okay, it was great, and like and he's a buddy of mine, so it wasn't like any hard feelings. So I was like, gave him a little fist bump, went out, cried. But I did day 2 on Marlin, and then my day 2 first round was against a Viscerai, which played Mordred before I could do anything. It's a very popular thing I heard all
Yeah.
weekend was, yeah. He played Mordecai. I'm like, no.
Seems good.
Next round, I played against the Viscerai. I did beat them. They didn't get to play Mordecai, which was nice. And then the final round was against Noah on Prism, the one Prism left in the field.
Oh no.
So I was on suicide watch. I was like, this is like the worst. Oh,
Yeah.
whatever.
Illusionists are coming out.
Then I think I played against a Vincent that I won. It's just a good matchup. Then I think I lost to Lip from Team Sigil on Gravy Bones. He got to go first, play chum.
Over.
I did claw back. Like, it wasn't like a non-game. It was like at one point it was like 15-15, but he eventually got there. And then I just, because Elo doesn't matter, nothing matters, and I'm out of the money at that time with 4 losses or 5 losses, I just dropped and did some side events. But no, it was a great run. I had a great time with Marlyn. I think the deck was really good in CC and mid and LL.
Yeah, I think if people didn't know about Marlyn like a couple weeks leading up to it, it would have actually been
That's
a lot better.
partially that's partially my fault.
Yeah, people.
Well, I mean, it's not just you. It's not just you. A few people did really well on it, and also, I know that I gave you a little bit of grief, and I'm like, oh man, you got 40-0'd by a Dromai. So I was unaware that you were playing against a war criminal who ran 16 effective 4-block D-reacts into you. That one's on me. I apologize. I take back my previous statements.
Yeah. I actually think I was going to beat the Prism Noah on day 2, and I would just had this lead, man, and then he ponders, and he like arsenals really quickly, and then I'm about to throw like battering for 17. He's at 23. I'm at like 40. And he's like ALS, and I was like, oh my god, no! I like dumped all my resources. I draw him. I can't do anything. I pass. He just wins the game.
Oh, that's rough.
No, it was a great time though. Worlds was awesome. If it, for any people wondering, it was great.
We gotta try to go to next year's Worlds. I think we're stopped by the cat bills this year, but yeah, awesome. But yeah, that's pretty much Taylor's Worlds list. I think we pretty much covered most everything, at least on the CC front. I think the LL list we'll probably like post separately on YouTube. I think I forgot to like whatever. But yeah, let's actually talk, I guess, post Worlds. So I guess like maybe a lot of people, maybe I wasn't expecting it, but a lot of people, yeah, like Marionette seemed to be like kind of one of the bigger kind of like standout decks come out after Worlds, and that deck's like win rate was like kind of crazy high, right?
Yeah, I think during the battle hardened at Worlds on that Sunday, I sit down against a local, and like, what are you on? He's like, I'm playing Mario. It's my first time playing this. Like, you usually kick my teeth in, so like, it's probably not going to be a real game. So it was a non-game, but not for the reasons that he described. It was 6 Chaliceras in 6 turns with double T-Tox on one of them, and it entirely my fault. I'm not supposed to block the Chalicera when he has Black Widow out, and instead I blocked 2 cards, and he went cool. T-Tox, discard, and I said, okay, I have been time walked.
Yeah, sounds about right.
And that was about the game. But I really liked the evolution it was going towards, playing Codex of Inertia. Anytime a hero is willing to play, the bad book, I'm in for it. Because it's not a bad card. It's just like a really high deck building cost.
Yeah, for sure. Like that deck was just like super streamlined, right? To try to use Codex of Inertia.
Yep.
But yeah, that deck actually, like, Taylor, so that deck is interesting because I like never felt favored into like the 9 Calicera deck, but you said that matchup I think was favored for you, right?
I think it was favored at 50-50. I know my teammate Aaron Grace played it, and we played a lot of testing games into it, and he has always told me that like when playing against the Marlyn deck, he's like, I don't think it's as favored as you think it is, but like But I always did believe, though, that like once you got down the sideboard and the heuristics of the matchup, it was 50-50, if not like slightly favored. Because one of the big things I have with people will be like, oh, this matchup's so hard, blah, blah. And it's like, I don't even think I have the updated like actual in there.
Don't have it. Yeah, I think so. Like, I think Mario is like just battering Kraken and no tar pit, basically, right?
No tar pit.
Yeah.
Yeah. it was just full ooga booga. You did not block anything except for if they have like a Black Widow or something that can't be buffed, and leave no witnesses.
Yeah.
So that was the whole deal. Is like if they have a Black Widow and one card in hand, you're supposed to just take the Black Widow and banish a card from hand. Blocking it out is always a net negative. So that was like kind of the things that we like kind of leaned on in testing. We kind of understood like once you see their hand, you can play their hand for them in your head
Yeah.
and decide like how to block efficiently. You know, like if they flick their knife, I know that they don't have uh, an orb weaver, so they're kind of out of a slot here. I know I've seen two retrieve cards, so the odds of them drawing the third one are very slim, and you you can deduce like what your play pattern should be because you see their hand almost every turn. And if you don't see their hand, it means they blocked out and they have like a one card play, which is probably going to be leave no witnesses or a Black Widow or something like that.
Yeah. And then you just save your armor to kind of cover leave no or
Yep.
whatever. Yep.
Yep.
But yeah, like going like post Worlds, I think like the best decks in my mind were like the standout one was Marionette. But I think like Gravy like kind of fell off like a little bit in my mind, but it's still like pretty good deck, right?
Mhm.
And then like we had Syndra, Verdance, and then Kasai I think was also kind of getting. I don't know if Kasai was getting up there, but Kasai I think was like interesting after that turn. I think there are a couple lists that were doing okay or something like that.
Yeah. No, you're right. You're right. I'm just thinking about it. I'm trying to think about like if there's anything that like really caught like me and the team off guard. I think the deck that caught us the most off guard in our testing, honestly, and I know it sounds funny, I think Josh's Dory deck was super underplayed.
Oh yeah, that deck
That
was
deck is
actually that deck is a nightmare for this deck to play against as well.
Yeah.
it's a 0%er.
Yeah,
Like it was awful.
yeah, but that list
Yeah.
was also really cool.
I remember being there when some people were starting to test some of that stuff, or at least, the initial inklings. Dear
Yeah.
God. If I sit down against a Dory and they reveal their equipment suite and I see Courage of Bladehold, uh, there's a pit that forms in my stomach because either they're balling on a budget or I am about to get rinsed. And
Yeah.
unfortunately, against Josh and the collective cohorts that were playing that list, it was Rinse City.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
list is just brutal. Like nothing ever connects, and then you just get like Dawn Blade for like 8 or 9 towards the end of the game or
Yeah.
whatever.
A, a little behind the scenes lore actually. The reason that deck was brewed is because it was originally a LL deck that he was
Oh,
working on, and he was playing like Unified Decree and like harm what was it, Helm of the
what's that
Sharp
card
Eye.
do? Yeah,
Exactly. Exactly.
Wait, was he on Sharp Eye? I don't
No.
remember it being Sharp Eye, but I know it was Unified Degree. I know it was Unified Degree.
Oh, interesting. So it's like a +3 plus put a card. Okay, so you just run a bunch of attack actions or something, or attack
Yep.
reactions.
It was like 46 React City.
Oh, that's so
Yeah.
crazy.
So that was the original like behind the scenes lore of the deck. It was as an LL deck, and they transitioned it to CC and like cut all the bad cards, and you ended with this like reaction pile that like very rarely front buffed, and it was really powerful because you could never actually block it.
Yeah. Yeah, that deck is like also just a nightmare to block. Like it isn't sometimes like against like previous story decks, there was kind of like a way to block, like, oh, you block around like Iron Song response or whatever.
You just gotta race it.
Yeah, you just gotta race it now. But yeah, I think those were probably like the coolest decks, I guess, to come out of World. So I actually wanted to kind of talk about briefly about my calling list. And I think Taylor, you gave me a 92% on this, but I made some tweaks and maybe we can get a little bit higher. But this is actually the list I brought to calling Seattle. I didn't do so long to it. I got paired into like I think a couple rougher matchups, and I also just like I think like I don't know. So some of like the variance, and especially in like the Marina matchup is like wild because I think I just got like I was playing against Jacob Clements like round 2, and then I think he like flips into Black Widow just off dagger turn 1, and I'm like, oh my god, it's over. But yeah, this list I actually kind of like took most of my inspiration from Taylor's list. I think the ratios are mostly the same. I think I basically just like moved riches to the main deck to make some extra room in sideboard. So I think in the sideboard I was actually trying to do the endless gravy cheese, which I think is pretty reasonable. My entire goal was just to get to day 2. So if I figured if I could like pair into a bad gravy and then just ride that to day 2, that's my plan basically. And then any other gravy I probably can't
I
beat.
love it.
Yeah. Um, but I also want to make room for like a second hamstring shot because one thing I found in the Syndrome matchup is that like having 18 arrows is sometimes brutal. Like just sometimes you just like do not see an arrow and then you die. So I actually like adding the hamstring shots. I think actually Pankaj, I think you were talking with him recently about Marlin, right? Or maybe
Yes.
yeah. So I think he was actually on 3 hamstring. Yeah, I don't think he was playing in Calling Seattle, but like I think he was like testing it or something, or played like a couple games of it. But he was on like 3 hamstring shots. I think this card's like actually was underrated into like the Syndra dominated meta, which is kind of cool.
I was begging him to play it. I was
Yeah,
begging him.
yeah. That card is like you just kind of need like some number of arrows. Like I've seen some people even run battering bolt into Syndra. I'm like I can't run battering bolt into Syndra. That's terrible. I won't name names. But anyways, but yeah, basically this is like pretty similar to I think Taylor's list. I was also running the bad quiver, which I know me and Ben are maybe a little still partial to, but I think it actually made a little bit more sense in this deck because like in some matchups, like specifically Syndra, like arseling like a blue hammy or blue sleep dart turn 1 was actually not like a complete death sentence. It was sometimes fine. But yeah, that was at least my idea for the calling. Again, I don't really want to harp on this. I think I already did like a deck tech on it, but anyways, very very similar ideas, I guess, to the Taylor's Worlds list. I guess we can actually talk about Murderous Route real quick. So Taylor, you do not like this card. As a one up, I think it's okay.
Not right now.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say that with that little like asterisk.
Yeah.
I think post pin, I'm gonna come back and reevaluate this card if we get to play cross wrap.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, this card is sweet with
100%.
cross wrap.
Yeah.
And all we need is just that new quiver, which would so we can get rid
Oh
of this.
yeah. The one in my
Counts as a
DM.
gold
Yeah.
honing hood
Yeah.
effect.
Something
Yeah.
like that.
I mean, Taylor, if we get that quiver, I distinctly remember hearing in a conversation you said, yeah, I'd probably still run Crown of Dominion anyway.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I still am.
Just put it in the
Oh,
sideboard,
yeah.
right?
Yeah, it's kind of like the whole thing where it's like, well, this is gonna fix the deck, and it's like, well, no, it's just gonna add insurance to the deck.
Yeah. Because this deck is a deck that just like sometimes bolts to Warmonger super bad. If you're not running Honing. But yeah. Let's actually. So what do we have next on the agenda? So after.
Can I talk about Honing Hood for a second?
Oh yeah, go for it, Ben.
Okay.
Let's bring
So
Honing.
I remember a week and a half ago, I'm sitting here. I have my quote unquote updated version of the deck. Basically, take Taylor's deck, change 2 cards around, add E-Strike, call it a day, right? No, just change 2 cards around. I was on 2 copies of Murderous Rabble testing. I have recently moved over to 2 copies of Hamstring Shot, but same thing, just a blue flex slot. Honing Hood. I sit down. I'm like, oh, cool. I managed to win round 1 against a matchup that I feel is a little bit rough. It was just kind of, it was a fun time. I managed to beat Dory. And I sit down for round 2, and I'm sitting against a friend of mine, and I ask him, what deck are you playing? And he pulls out Volda. And I say, hey, man, there's a burger place next door. Do you want to go grab some fries? And he's like, nah, man, we should really play this out. Like, I know you don't like the matchup, but I'm not the best Volda pilot, so like maybe you get there. And I win the die roll, and I go first, and I look at my sideboard and I ask myself a question. Wow, I have a Honing Hood. This is probably like pretty killer in this matchup, right? Like it gives me bailout against Volda. It like sticks her at exactly 2 seismic surges when it matters. And I play Honing Hood. And you just do the same super lame game plan that you have to play into Volda, which is play setup Aura Guardian, where you're going to take an on turn, you're going to take an off turn. Oh, I drew a take aim effect. Okay, we'll use it and send it. Oh, cool. I have a 3 of a kind. Yeah, well, we're not playing that until like we're legally allowed to.
Yeah.
And this Honing Hood, this card allowed me to send a 16 overpower turn that should not have occurred without getting absolutely backbroken back.
Nice.
I am in love with this card for the Volda matchup.
Yeah.
It just gave me exactly what I needed, because normally, we send like that really big game trophy shot, but we do that, and then all of a sudden we're looking down a free pulverize. Although, if they're sending a free pulverize, that's like the least impactful thing they can be doing to us.
Yeah, it's
I
better
prefer
than
to not
like
get,
Spinal or
put
whatever.
in my
right?
place.
Yeah.
But yeah, Honing Hood I have felt is really good in the Volda matchup. Um, Honestly, super happy to have it in my 80. But obviously, this was pre BNR, so
Yeah.
yeah, I think the list is going to change very notably as we kind of move into this new future.
Yeah, honing is sweet. I actually kind of I wish there was like more like of a reason to run it. Like I wish it was more free to run it. I guess so. Like maybe if we had like that starting quiver or whatever, like the opportunity cost of running
Yeah,
honing hood goes down. Which would be cool. But anyways, this was I guess right before the BNR, and then the BNR hit. So let's actually I guess Taylor, Ben, talk me through some of your reactions I guess to the BNR. Like keep it like high level I guess, but like good, bad, ugly, that kind of thing.
I like them. I think they're really
Yeah,
great. I have no really issues with them. I know a lot of people do. I know the brand kind of hurt Five, but it is what it is. Um, I think they were good, well-minded fans. I think that the yellow blue orb weaver was good future sight from LSS.
yeah,
Yeah, I mean, I have no real issues. I'm just happy with them.
yeah. I'm incredibly excited. I am here living in a world where I got the card that I wanted banned instead of Germinate getting banned.
yeah.
Went back when that happened. That being said, I do actively hope that in Compendium, they do give the Earth Heroes more actual decompose to do. I just felt that being able to decompose on rate defensively was a little bit powerful.
A
But
little
you know,
bit.
that's also just me being salty to dereact.
Yeah.
Oh, spoiler
And
alert, by
definitely,
the way. Spoiler alert. There is decompose in compendium.
Yeah,
They
there.
said that in the
yeah,
BNR.
yeah,
Um,
absolutely.
Howdy, neighbor. Do you have a moment to talk about Fab Foundry? Fab Foundry is your one-stop shop for all things Fab and is my personal favorite LGS. They have a great selection of Fab singles, sealed product, and accessories, and they are also going to be your host for several large tournaments coming up: Calling Columbus, Calling Memphis, and Pro Tour Las Vegas. You can also use our promo code Flesh and Bad for 5% off your next order, so go check them out and support our community in Portland. But yeah, I think like most people's like overall reaction to the bands were like pretty positive. I know like some of I guess like the Marionette players felt pretty slighted, but I think that was pretty reasonable given I don't know Callisto for 18 or whatever. But yeah, let's I guess talk about the post ban list. So Taylor, what do you think Marlin's? So Marlin was like a pretty. I'm not gonna say like fringe deck. It is kind of like a fringe deck, right? But like it's like pretty playable, right? Like
Yeah.
you can just like high roll the crap out of people. Like you can do some very powerful things. Um, post like post BNR, where do we think like she obviously gets better, but how much better? I guess is like the real question.
So here's a better statement though. Does she actually get better? I
Okay.
started going down this path of that she might actually be worse because I think the BNR actually might have made Gravy better.
Oh, that's true. That is true.
Yeah,
Um,
and like it's like oh, it's like start sweating when I say that. It's because like if you want to think about the meta game as like a big web,
right,
you take the natural enemy from Gravy and you just neuter it, but you only hit like 2% off of Gravy bones.
right.
So it's like Gravy can tech into Ocilio and Florian and Verdance even more now. So I actually think that there's a good chance that Marlin actually might be worse
Yeah,
into Gravy, into like the bad deck, but then better into like the decks trying to beat the decks that are beating Gravy.
that makes sense. Yeah, I think that makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like the iceberg level two pick. You know, you have the expected metagame. So you have the expected metagame. You have the top deck. You have the decks targeting the top deck, and then you have Marlin sitting over here, just kind of with her cannon ready.
Yep.
Yeah.
Waiting for the opportunity to catch some fish. But let's actually talk, I guess, about the updates between this list and your world's list. So I think I think it's literally just one. And that's the blue withering shot in the board over the
Ooh,
toxicities. Uh,
spicy.
talk me through, I guess, what because I know this is a card you've been testing. I don't know if this is like your fully finished, like
Mm-mm.
final post ban list, right? This is just something we've been testing. But
Yeah.
talk me through, I guess, the idea of adding like another arrow, specifically blue withering shot.
So this is targeting mainly Mario and Kasai. So I want to get a card that's going to eat one card from their hand whenever I activate my Sea Lace and throw it for 3. And I know that this card is going to do it because it's going to be worth 5 value on hit. Probably a little bit more practically if you want to think about the value of like Savor Bloodshed and like how the math works. It's probably a little bit more than 5 value if it does hit and it's a save return. So I just want something that will get cards out of my warrior assassin opponent's hands, so then I can throw a big harpoon and get a better selection of cards from their hand. Another change I made is I also cut uh, Widowmaker for a 1 for 3 here. The
Yeah.
reason being is because I'm starting to get into the territory where, like, if Gravy's as good as I think he is, I might just cut all my Gravy cards and accept Death into Gravy and just focus on every deck around Gravy.
Makes sense. Yeah. Gravy, I don't know. Gravy is one of those matchups where it's just like you can either roll them or they just like slam chump turn one and then you cannot win the game. I don't know. That matchup is like it still feels just super overwhelmingly good from the Gravy side a lot of the time, especially if you just like cannot connect with her. Uh,
Yeah.
but yeah, I think we're basically running now. It looks like 8 1-cost arrows, and then we also have like the hamstring shots. I think Ben, you were actually talking about also experimenting with like drill shots at some point, right?
Yeah. So to talk on this one, I'm currently in my list down to 2 copies of drill shot and up to 3 copies of blue hamstring shot. So just if you take a look at the withering shot, hamstring shot split over there, just a little bit reversed.
Yeah.
And once again, I am still on the bad quiver, as Taylor will refer to it
Yeah.
as. But I have found a lot of scenarios where just having access to a 0-cost arrow in my graveyard at some point in the game has opened up some really creative lines, so long as you didn't block with Sarong too early. But that's more particularly for things like Kasai or Gravy, where just having the ability to do a slightly more go wide turn to reestablish board state control. But to echo Taylor, um, I likely see cutting some amount of Gravy hate being kind of the way that the deck ends up moving forward for a short while. And I mean, I say that, but our main deck contains 6 anti-Gravy cards, Sunken Treasure and Seafloor Salvage. But the issue is they're good anti-bad Gravy cards. They're not good against good Gravy,
Yeah.
because a good Gravy player is not going to attack you with a Jittery Bones with a Chum in the graveyard unless it is the only way to convert that hand.
Yeah.
I agree.
But outside of that, I do think if we end up keeping any quote unquote anti Gravy cards, it probably ends up being Drop the Anchor. But that's because I think RKO gets like actually a massive shot in the arm in the upcoming meta. And that card is obnoxiously good into RKO.
Yeah. Drop the Anchor is real sweet into the Super Slam heroes.
I don't know how much I like it into the Guardians.
Oh
but
yeah, that's true.
I know I know Drop the Anchor into RKO reads gain 5 life, and I'm always down to play a card that says +3 damage and on hit gain 5 life.
Yeah, fair enough. I mean, Tough That I guess was the other one I was thinking of. But yeah, Pleiades and Goliath, not so much.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think this is like pretty much identical to the Worlds list minus 2 blues. So actually, I think now let's go ahead and maybe get into the maybe one of people's favorite segments from the past videos. So we're actually going to take this list and we're going to do some Marlynn puzzles. I'm going to go ahead and pull those up now. But we're basically going to use this kind of list for the upcoming meta as kind of like a framework for I guess some of the like heuristics and like the complicated Marlynn hands. So we're going to do Marlynn puzzles part 2. And I put the puzzles in parentheses here because I've been informed by Purple Chat these are not actually puzzles. These are thought experiments or whatever you want to call them. They're fun little I guess thought experiments for Marlynn. And the kind of like theme that I wanted to go for here was actually risk tolerance. So these are puzzles where there is, I guess, I think from the last video's puzzles, there are a lot of like best practices or whatever. These are puzzles of like, there is a risk of, some certain fail state or success state happening. And we want to try to figure out what the best thing to do with the hand, considering all the possible like outcomes, basically. So this is gonna be really fun. Let's go ahead and actually get into, I guess, the the impetus for this video, which is this is me talking in Purple Chat today. Anyone here good at math? We play Marlynn? No. So I think there is some actually really cool math. So like when I'm playing Marlynn, right, I'm not really thinking about like doing the actual calculations or the percentages, right? But the rough like math vibe of like what are the possible like fail states, success states, that kind of thing. I think that's actually really interesting. And like looking at some of the percentages is actually, if you know how to like track your like pitch stack or like what cards are still left in your like first cycle or whatever, I think it actually give you like a really big upgrade in terms of like playing the deck and like managing the risk of the deck, right? So I guess
definitely.
the kind of core concept I wanted to touch on here is actually just a little kind of tool on Fabry. So I think you actually go to like the stats or like the stats page on Fabry, and there's like this little kind of like hypergeometric calculator thing. And this is basically like a way to kind of calculate based on like a certain number of draws and copies in deck and deck size and the number of cards you want to draw. Like, what is the outcome of what you want to happen? Like, what is likelihood of it happening, basically, right? And I'm not gonna like do like the full like stats math. I think I actually have like a slide on that. Like, there's like this formula, whatever. But basically, like you can boil it down to this calculator. Like, you don't have to actually understand the math if you know how to like actually just use this calculator correctly, basically. But yeah, statistics, I think I got like a C in college, so we're not going to go too deep into it. But yeah, and also just I think like you don't actually like need to do a lot of these calculations. It's more so the vibe we're kind of trying to capture.
Right.
Okay, but yeah, let's go ahead. So these are actually some kind of problems that I posted here of like different questions you can try to answer using some of this like math, or at least like thinking about the math a little bit. So like, what's my chance of finding like an arrow off a 3? What is likelihood of using a blue to crack 3 gold into 2 blues? And then like, what is the chance of me finding an additional buff and like 5 gold? Or should I be making like a gold pin for 3 oaking? There's a lot of like scenarios where this like math can actually kind of apply to, which is really cool. And again, you don't need to like know the like you don't have to like do the calculation, but just knowing like what's left in your deck is I think the most important part of this. So I think yeah, for this presentation, we're basically going to assume we're going to be using basically that last list we touched on. So it was the list with 32 blues, is running the 2 withering shots, and these are kind of like the breakdowns of all the cards in the deck. So the biggest things to keep track of are like the pitches, as well as like the arrows. And then I also have like a separate category just for buffs, because I think that's also like a useful thing to think about, especially when you're cracking gold, is like, what's my likelihood of finding a buff off the top if I crack like 3 gold or something, so I can like pump this arrow to like 16 or whatever. Those are kind of like the things at least I try to think about when playing Marlynn, is like, what am I trying to actually accomplish by like cracking gold or drawing cards, basically. But yeah, we're gonna start with the easy puzzles. So Taylor, Ben, I think you've maybe seen a couple of these puzzles already, but we're gonna go ahead and talk about each one. I think there are only like 6 or 7 in total, so let's start with the easy ones. So this, I think, is like a scenario I think most Marlynn players have found themselves on turn 0. So we have an empty graveyard, we have 1 gold, we have an empty arsenal, and we have basically the opportunity to send a bluefin harpoon on turn 1 going second, basically. So I think most Marlynn players know what it is, but Ben, Taylor, what's your line here?
Well, there's 2 lines here. Of course, there's the fun one, which is, I believe is the correct one majority of the time, is to pitch like a seafloor salvage or a bluefin to draw a card, hopefully draw a yellow or blue, put the bluefin harpoon into your arsenal, activate the cannon, pre-med, and shoot for 11.
And then what's the other line?
Now that I say it, I have no idea. I don't.
I guess the other line is just pass, right?
I was thinking of 2 gold.
The other line is, I mean, if you're against an Earth hero and you are not confident, and I don't know why you'd ever take this line, but sometimes you're like, oh wow, you play Rootbound Carapace, you could decompose. I'm going to seafloor salvage to turn off your decompose, but we're not worrying about that nearly as much anymore.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's like if they have a yellow in their graveyard is the only time that my heuristic on this changes. Because if they have a yellow in their graveyard, I'm gonna seafloor salvage, flip the yellow, make a gold, and send baby harpoon for 9 overpower, holding back a card, whether it's 9 or 12 overpower if we bank another pump.
Agreed.
With a hook activation. But yeah, in this scenario, I would try to go for bluefin for 11 overpower.
Yeah, I think that's the line that most people see. Actually, one quick second, I'm actually going to rearrange you just because I think we might be covering some stuff. I'm actually going to put us all at the top. Okay. All right. We've all moved to the top.
On the top.
Sweet. All right. But yeah, I think that's the line that most people see is actually just to crack gold, pitching a blue. And then like your success of sending like a bluefin for 11 here is actually really, really high. So basically, if you draw any blue, that's a success state. If you draw any yellow, that's a success state. If you draw a red arrow, that's actually like even better, right? Because you get to send 13 overpower as opposed to 11, right? Depending on the red arrow in the matchup, obviously.
Oh yeah.
And then you also have the success state of just like 3 oaking, which is like fine in this scenario, not like an amazing 3-oak, but gets the job done, right? And then your only real fail state in this position is to draw one of your red buffs, which I think there are 5 other ones in the deck.
There
So
would
it's
be
like,
5. Yeah,
yeah,
there'd be 5 remaining in the deck.
yeah,
That being said, I would only consider pre-med to be the fail state. I think if I top deck a take aim, I'm perfectly content to send 7, hold back and sandbag the take aim for a subsequent turn, unless I'm playing against Guardian and I have to worry about something like grip check. But yeah, if I can just send 7, which is a effectively a 3-card breakpoint threatening on hit ponder, um, I will graciously take the IP1 because we're going to be off of gold going into the subsequent turn to preserve threat density and consistency if we hit something like take aim.
yep. I think that makes perfect sense. Any other, I guess, I think this is like a pretty simple scenario, but any other, I guess, nuances, complexities to the scenario?
No.
I think it's like pretty straightforward. All right, let's move on to our next example. So that was a pretty simple one. I think we are going to do another pretty simple one here. So basically, same scenario: 1 gold, empty arsenal, empty graveyard. And I've titled this puzzle "Good Big Game Trophy Shot" because I think that basically there are a lot of like really good success states, and maybe this is hit, but like Taylor, Ben, what is like the line here that you see? Like first thing that comes to mind.
There are 2 lines.
Yeah.
There are, in my opinion. Both of them involve big game trophy shot. One of them involves pitching it. So in my opinion, the line that I think a good Marlin player would see here would be activate Marlin, get a Golf into your hand, pitch the big game trophy shot. Whatever you draw, you instantly discard. You put the Golfin into your hand arsenal. You play gold to tip, activate your hook, activate harpoon, and you shoot the Golfin for I think 13.
13. Yeah.
And then the other line, if you're like behind and you need to disrupt them, you're actually supposed to pitch the big game trophy shot to gold to try to draw a blue for the bluefin harpoon for 11.
Yep.
But that's really like critical on like how much armor do they have? Are they a blue heavy deck? How many D reacts are they on? There's like a lot of like, branching questions you can ask to get a yes or no if that's a better line, because that has a higher fail state than the one that's guaranteed, because the 13 Goldfin is 100% a guaranteed line. It is a deterministic, this is going to happen. The other one is not.
Yeah. And the fun thing actually about big game trophy shot as well, right, is if you pitch blue because you have a yellow and a blue in hand, if you draw like a red harpoon, then you're sending 14 and you're cooking, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Sorry, Ben, you were gonna say?
Yeah, no, I was gonna say, regardless of whether you draw a red harpoon or another blue harpoon, let's say we're pitching a bluefin harpoon to big game trophy shot, and we rip a red fin off the top of the deck. As much as I would like to send a gold fin for 13 with the guaranteed gold, honestly, it's going to be dependent on the point of time in the game. Because red fin for 12 overpower on hit make a gold without a safe hook activation during the early turns, I value a little bit less. Whereas during the late game, if I'm playing against Syndra, I will sacrifice 1 point of damage to make Syndra not have a turn. Yeah, sure, that sounds great to me. And this is another one that I like talking about just a little bit. There is something that I like to call the power of having a good codex target.
Yeah.
So let's say that in this scenario, the card in hand wasn't gold to tip, but it was a red pump. Specifically, if we have a red pump in our hand, if I only have 1 gold and I draw something like a king shark, I am very heavily incentivized to actually bin my king shark, because by binning my king shark, I go from having 3 copies in my deck to having 5 copies in my deck. With that just being, now the minute that I draw a codex, it's not a dead card. I'm not stuck getting back like a blue sleep dart off of codex and just hoping that it's going to be good enough to take a little bit of tempo. Now, granted, I am not saying always discard your good arrows. Shoot your good arrows. They are good for a reason. But yeah, in that spot, and I see Taylor looking at me a little quizzically.
I think it's sometimes okay to discard. Like it depends. Like I feel a lot more comfortable like blocking with the red arrow a lot of time if I like want to just set up an arsenal. I have like a redundant one or whatever. Like I think there's also some merit to like holding an extra blue in turn one. Like if you, let's say you have to block like 3 cards or something, right? If you block like 2 reds and a yellow or something, and then you hold the blue in hand for next turn, I think that makes sense. I get a lot of it's just contextual, right? Like
Mhm.
depends on the game state, depends on the hero, that kind of thing. But let's get back to this example. So is there a fail state for this example that you all can easily identify?
My fail state would be drawing Codex of Frailty and feeling very sad. But
So
like,
here's the secret to that, okay? And I learned this from playing KO. It if it's deterministic and it doesn't matter what you draw, you just don't even look at it. It's like whenever I watch like dash players boost and they boost over like maximum V and they're like, "Oh my god." And you're like, "Dog,
Who
just play your
cares?
line.
Yeah.
It's guaranteed." I was like, "Stop worrying about what you're discarding and worry about that later when you're trying to do math 3 turns from now." Do not, because I think that tilts a lot of people whenever they have to play a line or have to discard a card, and they get tilted and it actively hurts later down the line.
Yeah.
Yeah, just blind flip it off the top. Actually, don't even put it into your hand. Just be like, okay, right there, and then make your line.
Yep. And I think the funny thing about this example is I don't actually think there is a fail state, which is one of the things I want to touch on. So like if you draw a red arrow, you're chilling, right? If you draw blue, you're also chilling. Just discard it, or you can even send like a blue picture,
Yep.
I think in this. Draw a yellow, discard the yellow. It doesn't matter, right? 3 oaks still a success state because then you can just rip like bluefin for how much is this, like bluefin for 15 or something?
Yeah,
Something like
it's
that.
very good.
oh wait, yeah, wait, I messed up. Codex of Frailty lets us do the illegal thing. We just pitch.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. But like basically there isn't really a fail state on that stand, which is really good. So that's a kind of like a fun thing, I guess, to consider is like there are some hands in Marlin that don't really have like a fail state. Like your fail state is basically like 13 or whatever, which is not a fail state. Right. But anyways, I think for like even these last two examples, these are not really examples for like hypergeometric calculator because I think you're only doing like one card draw basically, so it doesn't apply to these two. But always like consider, I guess, like what the possible outcomes are, and then these are kind of why these are easy examples, right? Is because like consider the outcomes and then like make an informed decision based on that, right? I think now we're going to go on to the medium puzzle. So we're going to ramp up the difficulty just a little bit here. So those were kind of just to illustrate, I guess, just some of the potential ways you can think about at least singular Marlin draws. But now we're going to get into some like multi Marlin draws, which are really cool. So I've titled this puzzle "Worst Big Game Trophy Shot." I think this actually might be similar to the what Ben was talking about earlier. But yeah, basically similar scenario, but we only have one blue in hand and a pre-med. So I think that there's definitely some fail states actually for this situation, right? Because if we draw a non-blue or something that's not 3 oak, or non-blue that's not 3 oak off the top, then the output of this hand goes down pretty substantially, right? We're not able to actually overpower or like get the cannon activation, but we still get to send, I think, what is this, like 12 on a
12.
Gulpin? Yeah, which is not terrible.
It's 12 with a safe hook, which like
Yeah.
honestly 12 safe hook on hit ponder. They don't want to block it. Like this is our Chelicera for 12.
Kind of.
Like it's just
Worse.
damage.
A little bit worse.
Notably.
Yeah, for sure. But like even that, like in this scenario, basically our fail state is like not drawing a blue, but even then it's like kind of fine because like the floor here is actually like pretty high, which is kind of cool. But yeah, I think our odds of like success here are actually like 60%. So this is again, I think another puzzle that doesn't actually require like that hypergeometric calculator or whatever. But there are definitely some like fail states we can have in Marlin. I guess in this case scenario, we're considering not activating cannon fail state, but it's not even really that bad of a fail state to kind of reach, I guess. Let's actually move on. So this, I like this puzzle. This is actually one of my favorite puzzles because I think this is something that a lot of players actually struggle with. So we have a hand. We're going second. We have a hand that has no arrows, but it has 2 buffs, and we have the opportunity to make a gold fin. What are our thoughts on making a gold fin here? Because I know that this actually might even be like, I know that there are some pretty good players who would consider just like making a gold fin just to guarantee, what is this? I think it's 11 guaranteed, which is like, okay. What do we think? Weak.
Weak.
Oh no.
If I mean, I've drawn this hand 1,000 times, and I've never made a gold fin once.
Yeah.
I think that's really bad expected value.
Yeah.
I think you're 100% post time, post play, catch of the day, pre med, pitch the seafloor for 3 of a kind, and just because you see 4 cards,
Yeah.
because you play the 3 oak and you have the other 2 for the floating with the gold. I mean, seeing 4 cards and looking for a harpoon, you should be fine statistically. I haven't looked at this one yet, but if I had to guesstimate, it's probably 80 to 85% that you hit.
So, I will say, the only situation where this changes for me is this is our hand. We're going second. What did I block with on turn 0?
Yeah.
Because I know in this scenario, our graveyard's empty, but I think this one is a little bit conditional on what I blocked with.
Yeah.
Like if I blocked 3 arrows on turn 0, I know that my expected hit rate of arrows is going to be a little bit softer.
Yeah.
I could consider doing it. But like if my opening hand was block Lone Shark, block a copy of Sunken Treasure, block a copy of Seafloor Salvage, I held on to the 3 of a kind because I didn't want to block with it. I dropped this hand. I'm ripping pump 3 oak because the weighted density of hitting an arrow is so much higher at the spot. There is the chance of not bricking. I know I say this, but there's also the really nice part of this is turn 1. If we brick here, the game is not over. We have lost 5 points of value.
Yep.
It is sad. It happens. We regroup.
Sure, for sure. And yeah, I think the math here is actually really interesting. So this is actually one of the ones where we do actually want to use the hypergeometric calculator because we have the 3 oak draw. But again, I do think important thing to note here is actually that Codex of Frailty in this game state does not actually count as an arrow. Like sometimes we can actually add this to the count if we're especially like if you don't have an arsenal, like 3 oak basically turns Codex of Frailty into a whiff in your deck, which is a really important concept, I guess, here. But yeah, let's go into
3
the
oak
map.
also turns 3 oak. Yeah, 3 oak also turns 3 oak into a red.
That's true.
Let's
That's
go
true.
78.
Yeah, 78%.
I'm a freaking mathematician, baby.
So this is the calculation that Taylor's doing in his head every single time. He's got a Fabry calculator hardwired into his brain. But yeah, we have basically a 78% chance to hit an arrow off the 3 oak alone, and then we also have an additional percentage chance to hit if we for some reason whiff on the 3 oak. There's an additional percentage chance after, which we'll talk about in a second. But basically, what we're considering here is success state is an arrow, a fail state is a non-arrow. But there are, I guess, a couple little complexities to this. So like there are some states where you like draw an arrow where it's not even like fully a success state, which I think I maybe illustrate here. So like we pitch the C4 salvage, we play like 3 oak catch the pre-med. This is unfortunately just a sleep dart for 8 on hit ponder, which is like fine, right? I guess we also get to like keep an arsenal or whatever. But like this is probably not like the success state you're necessarily looking for. So maybe like the true success state is like slightly lower because there are some draws where you do draw an arrow, which are like kind of bad. But yeah, always a thing to consider is just like what your fail state, success state kind of looks like. And I think the next example is actually, let me actually go here. So this is actually a follow-up, I guess, to the previous example. So we're in the same basically scenario where we had that same pre-med catch of the day 3 oak hand. We have 2 floating for the C4 salvage, and then we brick off the 3 oak. So we're in the 22% world. Now the question is, do we attempt to actually crack this gold? That's maybe the interesting kind of follow-up. Let me actually move aside so you can see the title of the question. That's do you reroll is the what I titled this puzzle. What are our thoughts here?
Mama didn't raise no little bitch. Yeah, I mean, like I'm already this deep. I think it's probably like a 40%er, but like I still because like I'm gonna be throwing whatever it is naked without a hammerhead.
Yeah.
So it's like I'm just trying to hit something, just damage. So I think I'd do it because I would be counting even the blue arrows as hits here.
Yeah.
Just because I want to throw the damage. So yeah, I do it.
So let's get into the math. So actually, I think from this position, so I actually did, these are all assuming different kind of quantities of gold, but the first, I think the top one there is we have basically one hand size, so 1 gold that we are able to crack, and the percentage of us hitting is actually 42%, or 42%. which is crazy. Taylor's got it locked in. Let me actually move this just a little bit so I.
I didn't go to I didn't go to college and get a math degree for nothing.
Oh yeah. But yeah, the percentage is actually really strong there, 40%. And I think it does make sense to grind gold. It actually only gets better if we are sitting on multiple gold as well. So I think if we are doing, this is 2 gold in this situation, right? I think in 2 gold, we have roughly a 66% to hit an arrow off the top, and then it gets even better with like 3 gold with like 81%, something like that. So it's always I get like it's not important to actually like memorize like the percentages or whatever, but like the vibe. What you need to like understand, I think, when playing this deck is like kind of like the vibe of like because you're gonna find yourself in a scenario where you like whiff up 3 oak is like what is the vibe that I'm actually like able to unbrick here. Um,
Yeah.
I think that's pretty cool. But yeah, let's actually move on, I guess, now to our next puzzle. So these are the hard puzzles, and ooh, I'm really actually proud of this puzzle. So I think this is actually a line that maybe a lot of newer Marlin players will struggle to see, like why we would play the hand the way we would play this hand. But Taylor, talk me through, I guess, like the potential, or Taylor Ben, talk me through, I guess, the potential lines you see with this hand.
So my initial reaction here is a little bit different than the last one because this actually does have a non-fail state card in it, and I always play 2 of those. My initial impression here would always be play the pre-med, pitch a pre-med for the 3 oak, and have the blue fin. Because worst case scenario, I draw like 2 blues or 3 blues, and I throw a blue fin for 11, which is still a winning condition. Or I can draw like a king shark or like a red arrow, and I just blow their face off, which is worth like 16 value, I think, theoretically.
Yeah.
So 4 cards 16 is pretty good with disruption. So I think that's always the play here, and I'll be very surprised if it's not. As you show me the math, that I'm actually supposed to play both the pre-meds and 3 oak.
Yeah.
I'll go crazy here, but I'm pretty sure I always take the safe line technically, and I would just pitch the pre-med. How about you, Ben?
I think you nailed it right on the head. I see a pump, I see a resource card, and I see an arrow.
Yep.
Pre-med, as much as it is a red, does pitch for 1, and 3 of a kind costs 1.
Yep.
So I'm very much in the same spot as you. The only concession I would have would be: Are we in a matchup where, like, am I in a matchup where Bluefin Harpoon is basically textless? Like, am I sitting? Yeah, it's not even textless against Cecilia, so I'm not even sure when I would do this. But like against Cecilio, I maybe consider going pre-med, activate Marlin, send a guaranteed 12 overpower, but I'm also running Trench into Cecilio. And so our fail state condition of, hey, I had to hang on to this Goldfin, well, that Goldfin just turned into 1 free resource on the next turn. And, that's not bad. But in a matchup where I'm running Tunic into it, I think my play is also pre-med, pitch pre-med to 3 oak.
And I think like the intuitive line here, actually, the math of it is really interesting. I actually had to enlist help from someone on our Discord. So shout out to Red from the Discord for actually making like a Excel sheet for this. But basically, like the play that I think most of us see here is we basically just pitch the pre-med to hold on to the blue fin as like a safe, guaranteed way to make sure we have an arrow, and we'll also have a pitch card in case we like draw into a red arrow. But these success states are actually really complicated here. So basically, there's like you basically want a situation where you have 6 resources in hand and also an arrow, so you're able to like activate cannon and then also send like a overpowered harpoon. And then that would come in for either like 13 or 11 because you played the other pre-med. But the fail states are actually like really complicated here. So like the only real fail states are like drawing 2 red non-arrows or like 3 red that could be like either arrows or non-arrows. But even like the fail state is always just like blue fin harpoon for 7, but that is still kind of like the fail state. But if you do it this way, basically you have, I think we calculated basically a 95% chance to hit if you hold on to the blue fin, which is really cool. And then if you pitch the blue fin, actually your odds go down substantially. I think I actually had that maybe somewhere here. So I think, yeah, basically in the alternative scenario where you actually pitch the bluefin, actually I think the odds are actually a little bit worse here since or no, sorry, I think it's still the same because we have 23 arrows in the deck in total. So basically in this scenario, if you're pitching the bluefin, you're basically accepting like a 20% risk of like hitting your fail state of no arrow. That being said, you could like crack into a gold and then potentially hit that other 42%, but like the odds are a lot worse. It's basically like 20 to 22% versus like a guaranteed like 5% basically. So the actual like mathematically best choice I think is to basically do pre-med, pitch the pre-med to 3 oak, and then just hold the bluefin harpoon for either pitch or to just guarantee you have an arrow, which is I think the best line here. But again, I think this is like not an intuitive line to especially like people who don't play the deck and don't understand like the odds, I guess, of like breaking off a 3 oak. I think that's like one of the more kind of like skill testing portions of this deck. But yeah, let's actually go on, I guess, to our next puzzle. So this is actually, I think Ben found this in a video, which is really cool. Yeah. So this is me playing Marlynn. I can't remember if it was a video or a stream or whatever. But anyways, we have a pre-med in Arsenal. We have a hand that is Codex, Big Game Trophy Shot, and 2 bluefins in hand. We're sitting on 1 gold, no tunic. What is the line that we take here? And we only have, for additional context, we only have a 1-cost arrow in our graveyard. I think this is probably like turn 5, so that's maybe a little bit unlucky. What are our thoughts here?
I'm thinking.
And this is kind of like a harder puzzle as well. Because there's actually a really cool line that Ben found here that I did not see initially. And I'm kind of curious to see if Taylor is actually going to see it here.
I'm thinking. 13. You can throw 13, but that's not really that good. Just block with a card and you die. Well, actually, if you draw a buff, they're probably dead. No. Oh, this is a tough one. I like this. This is good.
All right. So I'll kind of spoil, I guess, what I think did in this situation. Ben, correct me if I'm wrong here. But I think in this scenario, what I ended up doing was I like pitched the Big Game Trophy Shot to crack a gold to look for like a second buff or something. Is that what I did?
I believe that's what you did.
Yeah. And then, so I basically played out pre-med for the +3, pitched the Big Game Trophy Shot to gold to try to look for either like another buff or just something like discard to Codex. And then I think I just ended up sending like Sleep Dart for, what would it be, 10, I think.
Yeah.
Which I think there was definitely like a better line here, which is kind of interesting. So I guess let's talk about the better line that I think Ben saw. So I guess these are like the 4 options basically. We either play Big Game Trophy Shot, no Goldfin, which I think is probably not great. We crack a gold, which I also think is maybe not great. We can also play Codex, which also basically gets us to that same state of 10, basically, like 10, because we have to discard, I think, the Trophy Shot here. And then we could also...
Which I believe is what you did.
Yeah. And then option 4 is to play Big Game Trophy Shot with the Goldfin and then try to draw off the top. The interesting thing about this scenario, and maybe this is kind of like a hint, is that we've not seen like any of our 2-cost arrows in our graveyard at this point. So I think we still have 3 King Shark Harpoons, like red King Sharks left in the deck. And the funny thing about this, when Ben noticed it, is that I think that the top card of my deck was basically a King Shark, so we actually would have hit in this scenario if we went for the Big Game Trophy Shot. But I think the actual line here ends up being that we Big Game Trophy Shot. What was it? We Big Game Trophy Shot pitching the bluefin, right?
Yeah. So to walk through what the line ends up being, this line, if we end up sending the Sleep Dart, there is 0 difference between activating Cannon and playing Big Game Trophy Shot. The difference is that we have paid 1 gold to do so. And that is our fail state. Our fail state here is we have to sacrifice a gold for a potentially risky line. But what the line that I saw here was we play Premeditate, we activate Marlynn, we pitch a Bluefin Harpoon to Big Game Trophy Shot, draw a card, discard a card. If we draw a buff, we just discard Bluefin Harpoon. Well, sorry, not discard Bluefin Harpoon, but
discard Codex, right? maybe.
It's just like effectively when we end up playing everything out, we can either send kind of a piddling arrow if we draw it into a harpoon. Our hand has one resource floating. Codex is a yellow, bluefin is a blue, so we have 6 resources in order to send. In this case, would be 15 to 17 overpower. Or if we just miss, our worst case scenario being cool. Well, Codex for sleep, Codex for sleep dart, send sleep dart, and then we have 2 ponder tokens. The ponders we ponder into. The first card was a king shark. The next card was a sunken treasure. I remember this state.
Yeah, it was actually kind of a funny line, but like basically like the kind of resolution here is we're basically like treating big game trophy shot as a cannon activation without the cannon activation, basically, right?
Yeah.
Which is kind of interesting. So I guess like one thing to always consider, I guess, in this position is like, what are the high rolls you can hit off the top? Because I think there are a couple in this scenario. Like if we had a redfin off the top, we're gaming. If we had a king shark off the top, we're gaming. And then if we hit like I think 3 oak in this position, maybe all right. Yeah, 3 oak's really good as well. Like there are a lot of actually really good outs if we just end up going for the big game trophy shot anyways. And I think that because we would end up sending like a sleep dart or hamstring shot anyways, the cannon activation like actually doesn't matter here, which is but yeah, I thought this was a fun puzzle that Ben noticed on the stream. So thank you, Ben, for watching my videos.
Yeah, that's fun.
No problem.
All right, I think we got one last puzzle. Let me see if I can pull that up. So this is a bonus puzzle. So I think this doesn't really fall into like the hypergeometric like math, whatever. But this is just a fun line I think that Ben had at a ProQuest, I think, or this was the line you had for winning your ProQuest, right?
Yep. So I was playing against a Kasai, and I had to leave a sellsword on the board for a turn. Normally, the heuristic is just you can kill sellsword, kill sellsword. So my turn began. I have a take aim and arsenal. My hand is Codex of Bloodrot, Seafloor Salvage, a Sleep Dart, and a Bluefin Harpoon. And the question, I found a line that I personally felt extracted the most value out of the hand. But it also made my opponent look at me and blink because I had talked with him before the game. I'm like, oh yeah, the reason I keep Sarong around is that I can put a blue arrow in my arsenal, give it go again, and just kill the guy, and then move on with my life. Taylor, what line would you take here? Because I'll give you a hint. There is a line that clears the sellsword and threatens to push the game state.
Oh, it's take aim, bluefin, activate sea lace, bluefin for 11, activate Marlynn, Codex, the bloodrot of the goldfin, kill the sellsword, then you get an arsenal.
Yep. Pretty good.
Oh, 100%. And the best part about all of this is if you do this correctly, because they don't know about the Codex of Bloodrot, if they played a D-React from their arsenal, which my opponent did end up happening to do, the Codex of Bloodrot trapped the last card from their hand in their arsenal, and they took 2 damage off of Bloodrot Pox. It was a great time. It was a great time.
Yeah, so it's basically like 13 plus Centauri sellsword kill, which is pretty cool.
Well, it's 13 plus a ponder.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Pretty sick. But yeah, this is a fun line that I just wanted to throw in at the very end because I think it's but yeah, that was kind of my at least updated version of Marlin puzzles. Again, we didn't go like too deep into it. I think there are like a lot more other fun scenarios, but I guess my goal with these puzzles was to get I guess our viewers to kind of like think about drawing cards in Marlin in kind of like a different light and think about I guess some of like the I guess like think about basically your states of the game and like what can happen given like a certain set of draws off the top. That's basically my main goal here. Again, the math is like something that I don't know, maybe like Taylor could do in his head for some reason. he can guess his way into the math, but for most common folk like me and Ben, I think we probably like struggle actually doing the actual calculations, right?
So I will say about the math, and this is something I've been kind of keeping in my head, and this is just having played a lot of Azalea.
Yeah.
Marlin and Azalea have more in common than just being rangers. And this is, you'll hear a lot of people refer to blackjack math, and just kind of feeling the vibes.
Yeah.
What's the chance I hit an arrow off the top of my deck? Well, obviously it's 50-50. Either I hit it or I don't. But the real answer you'll notice over time as you play a deck more and more, especially something like Marlin, is you'll get an inkling that, hey, I probably should crack a gold here. And if you go back and review your game state, you may not be able to put into words the reason why you're feeling this, but the answer might be, hey, I haven't seen any pumps and it's turn 5. I have 3 gold. Like statistically, there is a really high likelihood that I'm going to see a pump or two off the top of my deck.
Yeah.
And while Taylor and I might not say that out loud, I think we're both thinking that very actively when we have just a giant stack of gold and we haven't seen pumps.
Yeah.
But
Mhm.
much of the same point, I think a point that you had noted at the beginning, which is how frequently am I able to turn a single blue into 2 blues off of off of 3 gold? Um, Ask yourself, okay, cool. What turn of the game is it? Because if we have played all 3 of our 3 oaks and we're playing the game at the usual pace that we're at, we reach pitch stack on turn 6.5 or
Yeah.
turn 7. So just keeping track of stuff like that, assuming that we're not obviously just full blocking down every turn. We go through our deck so quickly that if you're able to somewhat remember the order of the cards that you put back, you might be able to say, "Hey, I know that I'm hitting my stack in like 3 or like 2 or 3 cards, and I know the first card in my stack was a Riches of Trouble Donny because I pitched that on turn 1. Cool. I'm gonna crack until I hit Riches."
Yeah.
And you can just do that, and sometimes you'll end up in scenarios where, cool, well, now I know I have a stack of blues and a pump coming up in the next hand, and you get to start really having this fun game that you play, which is, I've reached my setup before my opponent has gotten through their deck.
Yeah. I think it's actually really interesting because like Marlin has different, like, I said like red blue counting, right, or like
Yeah.
blackjack counting. But like in Marlin, you not only have to do that, but you also have to do like the arrow buff counting as well, right? Like there's like 2
Oh,
separate numbers. You also kind of have to like keep track of like how many buffs have I seen, how many arrows have I seen, like what's my chance of hitting like an arrow or something else. So like I think it's like actually too much for like a normal person to keep track of and over the course of the game. But like the vibe is more so what's important than the actual like numerical like this is like what my percentage is, right? That being said, for our next segment, we're actually going to attempt to fully map out, I guess, the probability of playing out a full Marlin game. So while we figure out how to do that, we're going to. This is either going to be a nightmare or it's going to be actually really cool. But yeah, let's go ahead and try to actually get a game with our Marlin list and see how that goes. All right, we're going to do the second attempt here. I think the first attempt I had Taylor on mute, which is unfortunate. All right, but yeah, this attempt, I think I'm also going to get rid of the. I think we were originally going to plan on putting like an Excel sheet in the top right. I think that got a little too busy. All right, Dio, this is a good one, I think. So we shouldn't be going a second cycle against Dio, but let's go ahead and I think this is just Mechnologist. I think that's it. I don't like Tar Pit into Dio. I don't know.
I don't think it's worth.
No.
No, she disconnected.
No.
They didn't want to be on YouTube.
Yeah.
Oh no. I mean, while we're actually waiting, we can actually talk about this one. I've found that I don't love Tar Pit Trap into Dio. If Tar Pit Trap only triggered once per turn, I think if Boom Grenade only triggered once per turn, I think Tar Pit Trap would be reasonable.
Yeah.
But the fact that it really only delays the inevitable, I'd rather have the offensive 3 points of value of Gold the Tip over the defensive 3 points of value of Tar Pit Trap.
I agree with that. I only really like it if they're on like Heist or something weird. But, like, I don't know.
That's fair.
All right.
Ooh, where's
Marionette.
Mario?
All right. This is going to be a tough one. So we want the battering bolts and we want to cut the King Shark. So we're assuming Dagger Mario again. No Tar Pits. We do want a Taya though. I'm going to board that in, I guess, over tipple number 2.
One tipple.
Yeah.
Tipple number 2. And question, do we want the hamstring shot here? I know the deck is very resource dense or very resource light.
I don't like it.
Yeah.
I think this is great.
Yeah. Let's run it as is.
Let's go like so. Let's run it as is.
All right, so Ben in the background is going to maybe be potentially tracking like our cards left in deck so that we can maybe make some more kind of like informed decisions. But we're going to basically be going a 3v1 on this poor Marionette and see how that goes. But yeah, the Marlin Council has assembled. All right. Okay, we found our King Kraken early, so that's nice.
Okay, so first and foremost, hover over the Mario's deck. How many cards did he present?
We are on
okay,
60.
flat 60.
All right, 60,
Black
60.
60, and he's running Knives Out. Ooh, this one's spicy.
I would be premeditate Withering Shot on this.
Yeah, just to prevent the dagger buff. Because
Yeah.
more likely than not, we're just going to get flicked here. Soon.
And they pass the turn. And if you won, you can Enchanted Quiver the flick in their head.
Yeah, let's go for the BM play.
Just assert dominance.
Yep.
Oh, that didn't work. Crap.
That's crazy. I'm curious to see if they're actually going to send anything up. I feel like normally the correct play is just pass there always, basically. Ooh, this
So we have
interesting one. So we can send Kraken for 9 here without cracking gold. I don't think gold actually helps us here. Does it?
I think I like the 9 value because then it's going to be 2 plus the 3.
Yeah, it's
so
11 value, I guess, plus ponder.
Yeah.
plus ponder. I like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think there's any real reason to, because the cracking gold doesn't do anything for us, right?
This is a perfect example of like the math plays where you're just playing like good math.
Yeah. Fire that off.
9, 11. Even though it looks bad, it's still like theoretically 14 value.
Yeah. Not terrible.
And we
thing
get
I
to know
don't-
one card out of hand.
Because they're in Orb Weaver right now, they're also very much not incentivized to block with the mask.
Yeah.
Or really block at all.
The one nice thing post BNR is it feels like the Calyssura.
They have a blue stain to the red back in their hand that has
That's
been
good
revealed
arsenal.
to us.
Oh yeah, that's
Phenomenal
pretty good
arsenal.
This is an awful hand to draw afterwards.
It could be better. Okay, so I don't think we ever block Calyssura in this.
No.
I wouldn't.
So I think you told me one time in this matchup the only only thing we're blocking is on a buffed Black Widow or on a prognosis. Is that what it is?
Yep.
Okay, casual 17. Yeah, makes sense. Okay.
Actually, it's not really that bad for us. That's the funnier part.
Yeah, I mean, like,
they also took 2 damage. Okay.
So I think
before we play 3 of a kind, Taylor, opinions on playing out the first copy of Loan Shark?
It's 100% correct here.
100% correct. Yeah. Like, I don't think there's actually any real way to brick
The actual real question of this turn is, do we pop a gold with one of the codexes? And I would.
100%.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I think that makes sense still. Because we pitch a code. If we draw a buff, we pitch a codex. If we don't draw a buff, then we get to have a codex for next turn.
Yeah, it's a win-win.
And Sunken is whatever. So I think it's
That's
just.
fine.
Yo, we got a blue?
Yeah, and then we just 3 oak here, blow them up with, and we also get to play, and we also get to press the hook button.
Yep.
Oh my gosh.
Hook button's pretty sweet.
We get to arsenal a codex and have a 3 oak in hand going into next turn.
Pretty sweet.
Oh, this feels great.
All right. So we got our 10, which is whatever, but it is a Kraken, which is probably the most relevant harpoon in this matchup, it feels like to me. It's kind of wild that they can still send like Calyssura for 17 after the ban. Like, it makes sense, right? They didn't really hit any of the like the buffs or anything, or like the attack reactions. It's just the Orb Weaver consistency, basically.
Yeah.
So our real goal next turn is 3 buffs in this 3 oak with a codex and arsenal. We play all 3 and we use tunic and we blow them up.
Yeah, just that easy.
Absolutely.
I mean, we actually so like looking at our I think we pitched a big game trophy show, right? So
yeah, our first card we pitched was big game trophy shot. So we still have out of our pumps left in our deck, we start with 15 pumps. We still have 12, so we have 12. We have 12 effective pumps left in the deck.
Yeah. So like as opposed to like the probability stuff and whatever, which is like nice to think about, like it's more so important to think about like, oh, we've seen 3 buffs in this point in the game, right? So the chances of us drawing like a buff.
Oh gosh. Are we about to get Mark of Deceit, grab inertia trap, cycle our hand?
Oh god. That actually would be kind of rough in this scenario. And there's nothing we could have really done about it though, right?
Oh no. He's gonna flip into Black Widow, he's gonna grab Sink Below or something.
Okay.
Oh wow.
I guess maybe just
That's bold.
Oh
wow, they're on Fate first. Okay. Okay, so are they balling on a budget, or are we against 9D reacts?
I thought I've seen Paper Scene in some of these lists before.
I haven't. That's the first one I've ever
I
seen.
actually say I've seen a lot of them going 2-2-2 rather than 3-3.
Okay, this is a pretty good
Ooh.
hand actually.
Well, okay, this hand actually lets us do something really cool.
Okay, I guess this kind of makes sense.
Cool.
Does it though?
Oh, not really, but like they had tunic counter up.
So here we have two options. We can either block 6 and then go cool, pitch Ivophidia, crack a gold, find a buff, and then a blue, and then 3 oak, get all the rest of the resources.
Or
we could port side and just like blow them up.
Or there's
Or-
this third option where we block 9 with our equipment and the 2 port
Oh.
sides, activate gold looking for a buff, play the 3 oak, and then hit them for 13.
I like Taylor's line better. I forgot that we were also they were also threatening to draw a card here.
That
Make
is
them
true.
flick their dagger to draw the card.
Yeah, that's actually a good point.
And then if they do that, then they have to retrieve it back.
yeah,
Yep. And then they're off of Hunter's Claves.
yeah, I forgot about the saber bloodshed. Actually, that probably makes
Yeah.
sense. I was kind of thinking like they didn't have the saber, we could actually like just try to get the mark removed if we want to like block 8 or something. But I think this makes probably the most sense.
If they flick, I'm like so excited.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
We're
Oh
going
cool.
for it.
Cool. They now have no more ways to mark us until they re-equip. There is one downside here. The downside is if they draw an assassin card, they can now discard it to do 3 more damage. Oh, actually, no, they can't discard it to do more damage. This is Orb Weaver. That's just an instant. Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
So-
So now we crack gold.
Yep.
Right,
Looking for a buff.
Okay, let's look what we've got on top of our deck, friends.
bottom.
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 Draw? No. Yes.
Actually-
Okay, so actually this is
good.
really interesting. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's
I think-
good.
So I think now we cracked Marlynn, right?
Yep.
Nope.
Yeah.
Crack Marlin. Yep, cool. Crack Marlin.
Tunic.
I thought you said crack gold. Yep.
Yeah.
Tunic, big game.
Yep.
Hope to draw potentially a blue here. Okay,
It doesn't
nice.
matter what you draw because he's
Yep.
3 oak.
It matters for like pitch, I guess, but like that
Okay.
doesn't really-
Let's go. Okay, cool.
Now we're
This
sending
one's
14.
wait. Yep.
That's right. You just
Yep,
discard the
that's right.
pre-med.
Yeah.
Yep. Just discard our pre-med.
Do we want to hook here? I think we do.
I think the value hook's worth it.
Yeah.
If they
We've
cover
already
it,
blocked with it,
it's
so
fine.
yeah, if they cover it, we've already gotten the block value out of hook. It'll make us very sad, but also it's an additional 2 points of life if this hits.
Nice.
Oh, cool. How many tarantula toxins do you think they got in their hand, guys?
At least 5. Okay, so now
Oh, well, we take their Orb Weaver Spinneret because wait,
they already
wait,
have
they
a
have cover bluff?
Calycera, I think.
yeah, they do.
But
So
two
do we
doesn't.
I was
It doesn't
actually
matter.
thinking it's cut, right?
Yeah, because it's 4 value.
Yeah.
Yeah, for value. I forgot the cut was a non-attack,
Yeah. Makes sense.
and that also explains why they didn't block.
All right. Pitch of the day is
Oh,
fine.
beautiful
Wondering-
arsenal.
My mouse is broken. Okay. Go ahead and use. All right, we have catch.
Oh,
Right.
cool.
So I think in the ideal
Uh,
scenario,
There's up 6.
unfortunate, but that's fine. So I think as we have catch of the day, are we more incentivized to try to send Redfin here if we can afford it?
I mean, I think we always pitch the bluefin to crack the gold.
Yeah, and just see what happens. Right.
Um,
This
okay.
or 11. What was their last card in hand? It was
the reaction, it's a
yeah.
+3 react.
or yeah, it's a
This
plus
is 14.
4.
This is so we're taking 15 damage here right now.
I think it's 16, right? Because we it's the
Is it a +4 pump or a +3?
I think it's the +4. It's the to the point, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think we're taking 16, go to 6.
Because we are marked. Yeah. But this
We-
does also
we can-
unmark us.
We have 3 gold. We can block for 3 here
Yeah, I would
with
block with.
bluefin.
I was actually thinking we block with the battering.
Nah, no.
That-
So battering
that's what
bolt
throw
is
it.
always disruption. Yeah, we're likely throwing it.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's block with
yeah.
the blue pin, and then do we actually want? I think we probably go up tunic as well, right?
Yeah, yeah. I don't think we're gonna see it.
Yeah,
I think we're too low. Oh, yeah, so it's to the point. So now we're
That's fine.
taking 12 down to 9.
This is absolutely fine for me.
Yeah. I haven't
Mhm.
seen a leave note too, which is nice. So their codex isn't super good. All right, so I think we're playing catch of the day, cracking some gold.
yeah,
At least
to
one.
Redfin.
Yeah, let's pitch Redfin and see what's up. Cammy.
I would just throw this battering here and not
Yeah.
Yeah.
get the turn.
So my only concern here, Taylor, is if we're gonna do this, I would activate Marlin here to make a Goldfin harpoon in our hand to discard to loan shark so that we don't take 2 additional damage.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, I think that makes
Okay.
sense. I think we're a little bit too low.
Yeah.
Yeah, both
That's
not bad.
the real answer here. Is just we're pretty low on life right now.
Yeah. That's some pretty sick turns though. There was like, what was that? 17 into 17 and 9
15.
into 15. Yeah, that's pretty good. I got scar tissue block. All right, so Orb Weaver under the trapdoor and up sticks. So they're
Sticks.
threatening 9 with flick.
4, 9, 9 with flick. Yeah.
Oh my
And
God.
now we discard the Goldfin. Beautiful.
So you have to give them 1 card next turn.
So 9 flick. They throw this.
Yeah, they
Wait,
re-equip
this isn't-
Orb Weaver.
So we go to 3. Then they swing in for 4. We
Yeah.
have to give them a card. Okay. Yeah. So just take this.
Yep.
Makes sense. And we're coming in for 4 in the back, go to 2.
Mm-hmm.
I guess it's,
Yep.
or no, sorry, it's 5 in the back. From the, why is this 5?
Because it gets plus
We're
3,
marked.
1, and we're
Because
marked.
it's Chalisra. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Oh, yeah,
Yeah,
because
we-
the,
Yeah. We just have flick next turn.
yes. Well, the problem, I think we're guaranteed dead, right? Unless we
Yeah.
give
Because
more.
of flick.
Yeah. So we need to give more.
Well, we have to give 2 cards.
Yeah.
Oh, y'all are so different than me.
Well,
Well,
I
no,
would just
we,
block 3 here and just.
no, Taylor, we're at 3. This is coming in for 5. We quite literally have to give 2 cards, or we're dead.
right?
Yeah, I know.
Because like battering bolt will kill us up next turn. I guess we could. What do we have left? We have. We could just like take aim a Goldfin for 5. Is that bad?
Mm-mm.
Like maybe we just do this, just stay alive.
I like blocking loan. So my opinion is potentially block lunch. Actually, no. Yeah.
Or actually, what we could do is do like this. We do this if we take aim a gold Arsenal Codex. Hey, that's the best line. I think we're dead, like regardless here. But
It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not
Yeah,
trying to be funny. This is
yeah.
literally null.
yeah,
Yeah, it's cool. Yeah, it's like if we had a blue in our hand, we could cope about cracking a gold, hitting the final 3 of a kind.
yeah.
Yeah, this is just make a Goldfin, shoot Goldfin.
I guess we might as well hook. It's not
Yep,
gonna-
absolutely hook here. If they are willing to give us cards,
Yeah.
we're happy about it.
Yeah,
Probably
this,
just tunic.
yeah.
Cool. And there is
Flame
the
Razor.
Vapor Scene. Oh,
All right. I don't.
well, yeah, he had.
Don't think
Well,
this
this
way
is
out.
funnel web activation.
Oh no, double
Okay,
saver. Double
Double
saver.
save. Just ready. Shove your hand in front of this so they can show us all the T-toxes they have.
Oh yeah, easy.
I just used the hero ability.
Yep, there we go.
Yeah, there's the T-tox. There's the T-tox.
Oh yeah. I still struggle with this matchup sometimes. Like, I feel like they do this still like consistently, but yeah. I think like that was a game. I don't know how our trolls were like average. Like,
I thought they were pretty awful.
yeah,
Yeah.
like I think our buffs, like how many buffs do we actually have left in deck at the end of the game? It was like 2.
We play, yeah, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, so we have
So you drew like 9 or something like that. Or maybe no more. It was you only drew 4 buffs or something like that. But anyways, I think
we end up having to discard some and block with some of them.
yeah. What I guess like went wrong this game? I guess we just like didn't line the buffs up.
Our opponent
perfect.
threw 17 on turn 1.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
I mean,
Yeah.
I'm not trying to be funny. That is just
Yeah.
it. There's no math behind that.
Yeah, fair enough. All right, but we're gonna basically wrap up the recording portion with Taylor here. So thank you, Taylor, for coming on. Taylor's got to run. I think it's getting a little bit late for Taylor on the East Coast. But yeah, thank you all for coming on and talking about the deck. We talked about the Worlds list. We talked about I guess like BNR and the Marlin after it. We also did Marlin puzzles. So thank you all for coming on. I think it was a fun time. And yeah, if you have any comments, questions, concerns, or criticisms of Taylor, feel free to drop them in the comments, and I'll make sure
Just
to forward
stop
them.
him. Just drop him in my DMs. Just be like,
Yeah.
hey, I didn't really like seeing your face in that video. I'm like, okay, I'm sorry.
Fair enough. Fair enough. But thank you, Taylor, for coming on to
Of
talk about your
course.
Worlds list. I think me and Ben are maybe going to stick it out for one more game, just to see if we can get a win.
Yep.
But yeah,
Yeah.
thank you for stopping by.
Of course.
All right, well,
Bye.
have a good one, Taylor. See you around.
Have a great one, Taylor.
See ya.
Bye.
See you guys.
Oh, let's go. Oh, this is going to be full fatigue, Jarl. Okay.
All right, let's
go
do
to
it.
the side. Oh, enable
Okay.
chat. Oh.
We got a fan.
Hi. Oh, we
All
have
right.
a fan.
All right,
Okay.
let's do it.
Let's go to the deck sideboard.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. I can leave if I'm not meta. You are
you're
all good.
All right, let's do it. So we got
Okay.
Riches, Ataya. I normally actually
Cool,
cut
and we're-
like
Cut
blue.
one. I'm gonna cut. What I say? I'm gonna cut one Lone Shark and one Tipple.
Okay.
Remember, this is Jarl. They can play
Sorry.
Blizzard. They can play the stupid shield.
It's true. True.
Let's see. Anything else? No, I like the rest of this.
All right, let's do it.
Yeah, let's do it. And the fact that they said this, I'm getting ready for them to reveal the stupid hat. Oh no.
Oh,
Okay,
looks-
so there's
looks like a
Santa.
normal meta.
Okay. So hey, we know this opening hand.
We do kind of know this opening.
Okay, so here's a really cool one. I want to crack gold pitching catch of the day because Seafloor Salvage, we can flip our gold to tip to make gold again. So
Okay.
we're not actually going off of gold.
Yeah, so we're gonna crack gold, pitch and catch.
Yeah, crack gold, pitch catch.
Let's do it. All right, you're a pre-med.
Ooh.
It's good.
Ooh. I like this.
All
This
right,
will
so
be great.
or sorry,
Oh, what the?
or, whoop.
What the?
I might have passed.
Where did the? Yeah, how did we skip over that?
All right,
Marlin trigger.
there we go. Okay.
There we go.
Sleep Dart in Arsenal. Okay. And
Yep.
then we can just C4 or gold tip pre-med C4 salvage reset our gold.
I wouldn't even pre-mid. I would just gold the tip. I would go gold the tip, Seafloor Salvage our yellow card
Okay.
to make another gold.
All right. I like it.
And send sleep. Yep, and send Sleep Dart for 6.
And we get
We get to end the turn with a pre-med in Arsenal. Once again, hover over Jarl's deck.
Yeah, I think we're doing a clean 60, so they might.
Clean
This could
60.
still be fatigue.
Yeah, but it's more one of those of I would. Ooh, Glacial Footsteps and E-Strike. Ooh, this is a cool build. I prefer having a guaranteed pump going into the next turn, I guess.
Yeah, makes sense.
Because like otherwise we're just burning pumps where it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Ooh.
All right, let's do it.
Okay, so this is a pretty pretty bad set of opening hands. But like it's a guardian. We in fact know. Oh,
Okay, they're
Rousey
more on,
Exits?
like,
What are they showing them? Okay. Oh, this is cool. This is gonna be fun.
Icy encounter.
Icy encounter boulder drop.
Wait, is this even good?
Okay. Icy encounter. Oh, wait.
They can't pay for both of those, right?
Well, can they send icy encounter?
I think it's only
No,
two.
cost
It's a
two.
2 cost. Yeah.
It's a 2 cost. I'm not blocking this.
Yeah, I don't think I.
By the way, Enchanted Quiver is actually really funny into Jarl because we can use it to crack a Frostbite.
That is actually kind of funny. I guess we won't
Yeah,
BM quiver here.
Well, it's the Azalea. It's the old Azalea tech we used to do. Okay, I'm going to play the pre-med, and then I'm going to port side a Goldfin, and we're going to see if we can find something good.
Find something a little bit more relevant than the Sleep Dart.
Yep.
Still fine here.
And if we don't, okay, so this is where this gets really cool.
I think the hamstring's actually better, right?
Yeah, you ready for something fun? Let's do not load off of hamstring.
Yeah. Oh, too fast.
We're gonna Codex of Blood Rot, and we're gonna burn Sile Sarong. I want them to give us Stalagmite here. Okay.
All right.
Yep.
And we Codex.
Yep. We're gonna Codex of Blood Rot. We're gonna load hamstring.
Yep.
Cool.
And then,
So now here's the question. Yeah, so here's the question. So because we have all this stuff going into the next turn, we're gonna go Sarong because it's fun. And I'll explain to you why. Now we're gonna activate cannon and shoot.
let's do it.
Yeah. This literally does nothing. If we have one more resource, we can threaten to crack a gold. But the fun part is threatening to go again is taking game actions, and it sparks joy.
Very good. All right. Oh, okay. Interesting. They had to give us the
Okay, so
bubble.
their hand was all reds, unfortunately.
Something like that, or maybe they even have a blue in hand. But if they get hit by the
Well,
hamster,
they have the icy encounter now.
yeah. All right,
Ooh,
King Sharks.
and
Great.
there's our shark. Cool.
Perfect.
Ooh, icy encounter.
I think we
You know
are.
what's really cool about this?
Just ignore
I
it.
don't feel like blocking I don't feel like blocking this at all.
Yeah. No blocks. The funny thing is actually the big game trophy shot costs 3, so we don't even potentially have to use the 3 next turn. Oh.
Yep. Exactly.
And I guess we had Tunic up. Anyways.
Yep.
All right, let's go ahead and crack
Yeah,
the gold.
Big game.
Right, perfect. Now we don't even have to use the 3 which is great.
Yep. I will say, based off of what we've seen from opponent, this is probably a safe hook. I still wouldn't hook here.
Yeah, I mean,
well, I'm
close.
seeing a lot of 2 blocks. I'm seeing a lot of 2 blocks in their deck,
Yeah.
Which leads me to believe this is more of an aggro Jarl build.
Yeah. So we could have actually probably hooked there, but
I still like not. This is fine. We're getting at least 1 gold. Let's look at their hand. Their hand is Macho, Pummel, Thunder. Please take Macho Grande. I don't feel like getting dominated during the late game.
Yeah, fair enough.
Cool. And now they're gonna Arsenal a Pummel, and they're gonna swing Hammer, and we're gonna send.
I think we're blocking here,
fun.
right?
Okay,
so get 3 value.
We absolutely can do that. I think it is correct. Yep. Block Yellowfin.
They're basically guaranteed to send Kraken, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
I guess this is actually kind of like an interesting fail state to examine because I don't actually think there is one, right? Because we pre-med.
So assuming that we don't crack a gold to draw a card, there is no fail state.
Yeah.
The question is how greedy are we? Based off what we've seen, I admittedly, before we send anything, I almost want to. Well, we're playing the pre-med for sure. I almost want to crack a gold. Because we have the tunic counter, so we have a bailout. And just if we see another pump.
It's interesting. What is our odds of actually hitting like a buff here? So
we've seen
3 buffs.
we've seen 3 buffs. We have 12 buffs left in the deck.
So 12 out of
12 buffs out of
40-ish.
4 cards. Yeah, 12 buffs out of 40 cards.
It's pretty good.
I don't hate it.
Yeah, let's
I mean,
try.
like the vibes are telling me.
All right, let's see if the vibes work out. That's kind of. I mean, it's like
honestly. That pause. Do we have? Is there a yellow in a graveyard? There is.
Yeah,
I want to play Seafloor Salvage.
Yeah, I think we are playing because we have Tunic up. Like having getting to 5 resources is actually like pretty safe. Like even if we didn't hit a buff there, it's actually funny because we kind of hit like just our gold recycling.
Exactly. It's like if we hit a portside exchange, we would have done the same thing. It's just if we hit a loan shark, we would have done the same thing. Oh, cool. Perfect. And then like. Literally perfect. Cool. And now we activate hook. We activate a safe hook and send 13 overpower. We arsenal a codex. We know they have a red pummel in arsenal. So we are going to sequence our next turn based around that knowledge. Yeah. Now, if they have a command and conquer, we're going to be a little bit sad.
They did just use one, so the chances of that go down. They do have a lot of good pummel targets in this deck. If this is the
like this does feel like pummel Jarl, which is really cool. But like the fact that they immediately snapped a card. Oh, okay. So I guess it wasn't something like a frozen to death. Cool. Yeah. Well, let's see. What do they got?
Well, at least we got perfect hand knowledge, right? Next turn.
Perfect knowledge. CNC, Channel Lake Frigid, Imposing Visage. Okay.
So cool. I think we're not.
Wait. Opponent. Why do we do this? No. First and foremost, we discard their Channel Lake Frigid.
Yeah, 100%.
Well, yeah, I don't know why they.
It doesn't matter too much. I mean, I guess they would have been able to.
By the way, we have a ponder. We have a ponder token.
Yeah, so let's arsenal just a random crap card off the ponder.
Let's see what we ponder into.
King
okay, we arsenal the king shark. We arsenal the shark.
Yeah. So then we just discard. Easy.
Yep. Makes us sad, but yeah, no blocks. It's like these are kind of the scenarios where. Playing with this perfect information because we know they had the pummel means that we didn't get just absolutely dog walked by this.
100%.
It does suck that we're losing some of our good cards, but like, so are they.
No. And we also just get to hit him with the Codex next turn, which is awesome.
Yep.
The question, I guess, is we do have Tunic up.
We
do
have
Tu-
we have Tunic and 4 gold. Okay, so my answer here is I actually just want to send. I kind of just want to send 10 overpower.
Yeah, I kind of like that. Like, it's safer, it feels like.
So I'll walk you through my reasoning. We're gonna have to crack at least 3 gold, more
Yeah.
than likely, to find something.
No.
And I don't feel like burning through our gold stack here. I would just say Hammerhead Harpoon Cannon.
Yeah.
Taylor on my shoulder might be saying, "Hey, go crack this, do that."
I also don't know why it's like auto passing for. Yeah, my mouse is like.
Yeah, it's you also don't have always all priority on, so like, yeah.
Oh man, me actually.
Yeah. The only thing here is I may have grabbed King Kraken rather than Shark, but this particular build seems like it's much heavier on attack actions.
Yeah.
Against a standard build, I'm almost always grabbing Kraken here. And the reason is to snipe the Earth Ice card out of their hand to stop them from.
Oh, we get it anyways.
We get it anyways.
Okay.
And Pulse. We got both. Oh, we got the full time walk.
All right, we'll take that. I mean, they do have a CNC for next turn. I guess we can just play around.
I mean, sure. To do what with?
Yeah.
They're. Oh, cool. And anyway, now we get to do something really funny. Okay.
No, I think we're almost always making gold. So I guess the question is, do we want to crack?
I personally want to crack a gold first.
Yeah, I think
I
we
want to inform my turn
thinking.
as a decision.
So if we can find like a Brioke or something.
Just give me another blue. Come on, Deck. Give me another blue.
All right. Yellow.
Okay.
So basically status quo.
Okay. We're gonna try this again. Tunic, crack a gold.
Okay. Fair enough. Good. All right. See what we got. All right. Sunken.
Okay.
It's fine.
Okay.
So now we want to make our gold fin. Almost 100%.
Yeah, make our gold fin. Big game trophy shot, pitching sunken treasure.
Let's do it. Oh.
Okay. Okay, Aurora.
All right, what is our arrow count, actually?
This does not matter. Does not matter. We are going dumb. Please discard the Goldfin Harpoon. We're going to take aim. We're going to
yeah. We have take aim.
Take aim. We're going to end with big game trophy shot in our arsenal.
Yes,
okay,
100%.
This is very important. Honestly, just put it there now. Just put it there now. We don't have to be cute. We don't have to be cute about it.
It's okay.
But and we're gonna play the other 2 pumps out. Yeah, because normally it's we get to do this, but this is the other one on steroids. Okay, if we miss on an arrow, we deserve to lose.
Yeah.
No. We still have to play big game trophy shot.
Yeah. Okay.
But we still have a big game trophy shot and a gold activation.
Right,
Please play big game trophy shot, pitching portside exchange.
Do it. Okay, we found it.
discard a copy of Loan Shark, please.
All right, let's do it.
Cool.
This is good, I guess. Okay.
Yeah. But yeah. Just send. Just send.
Right,
just send 21.
And can I get?
It does not matter. So I wish that we had found a blue.
Yeah, that would be a little nice.
So if we had been Jeepers, that's a big arrow. Imagine it was 25.
Yo,
opponent, that's all I'll say. Imagine it was 25.
And can I get your best 21 meme impression?
21.
Right, 21.
Yeah, so here's my only sad part. If we had held back on specifically the gold the chip, and not played that out,
then we could have actually
before we went 3 of a kind. Yeah. I think what ends up happening there, I still don't think we're able to send it, but like we're able to crack 1 more gold to see if we hit a blue.
Yeah.
Anyway,
maybe.
I almost
a little greedy, but that's fine. Gotta be.
Doesn't matter. Oh, cranial crush. Oh, this is beautiful.
All right, we still know they have the CNC arsenal.
Okay. So here's something that's really cool. We just say no blocks. So our opponent is telling us we can't draw cards. That doesn't mean we can't crack gold.
That's actually kind of hilarious. Well, actually, isn't it better? We could actually just give up. I mean, like, we're getting to the point where, like, we could actually just draw cards if we want.
Actually, are you saying block sunken treasure and shoes?
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
Oh, okay. And then we're gonna pitch Eye of Ophidia. We're gonna find a blue card.
Oh,
That
okay,
also
yeah.
works.
I think
That
I
also
think that is a funny play though. Like
Yeah.
that's
Okay. Scroll down. We're just gonna hit the first yellow that matters. Cool. But yeah, I was about to say, we were going to pitch Riches of Triple Donny to
yeah.
a gold to just make a gold for no reason other than to do it. Okay.
Yeah.
Pitch, crack a gold.
Yeah,
Please
this
give us a
works.
blue deck.
Ooh, we got a tie
Oh,
up.
authority. Oh my God. Aurora.
Wonder.
It's the fabled $5,000 pitch zone.
I know. All right, easy. I wish Taylor
Okay.
was here to see this, but it's fine. All right, we got the gold, we got the foot, we got Taya.
Cool.
I mean, they're not even really
Cool.
running any D-Reacts. So they have a CNC in Arsenal.
They have a CNC in Arsenal.
Look at that
Yup,
pitch.
they said. Please. I'm gonna say, get King Shark at this spot.
Yeah, I think they run
just based off our read from their deck.
Hit them with
10
the Exodia.
overpower. 10 overpower is Exodia. Yeah, 10 overpower is still potentially there. Also, D-Reacts cost more. They have 1, 2, 3,
I don't
4.
even know if they are on D. I think this list runs sync.
Well,
maybe.
yeah, I assume they might be on sync, but like they were on Pulse.
That's true. I think we already saw the pulse though, or yeah.
Yeah, no, they played it. They played it on the turn that we got the crumble from them.
Yeah, we got it in the back, I think.
Crumble cookies, good card.
Oh, they have shelter.
I
or
haven't seen any
Unforgetting.
shelter or
Oh no,
I'm forgetting.
uh,
Oh no.
unlucky.
Unfortunate.
I actually really like the Jarl match. I mean, the Jarl matchup feels like very
Oh no,
good
the
for
Jarl
us.
matchup is like a lot of fun.
Yeah.
I was actually waiting for a point in time when we had a Tunic counter and Enchanted Quiver.
Yeah.
So that way we could have floated the Tunic counter, let the Enchanted Quiver Frostbite happen, then popped Enchanted Quiver to get rid of the Frostbite.
Yep.
Oh my God. And there we go.
So coming over
And,
for 3.
and they also do this to get the attack action they want to preserve out of their hand. Not that it's really going to matter. They have a CNC.
Yeah.
Let's take the blue. Ooh, had we gone? Cool. They've got
Okay.
Crumble and Frozen.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter.
They're
So
gonna
if we,
CNC for 5, but yeah.
it's not gonna
I guess the question is, do we want to hold
Arsenal
the
blood?
blood?
Yep.
Yeah.
Arsenal the Codex. We have 5 gold.
It's
Cool.
easy.
Cool.
All right.
Cool. You ready for the magic? Shove. I shove hook here.
That's fine.
I shove hook here. But it's not going to matter.
Yeah.
Okay. So now here's the true magic. Do you want to send 13 overpower or do you want to crack gold?
I want to crack some gold. I mean, it's last turn of the game.
We have 5 gold. I want to crack some gold.
We gotta crack some gold.
Cool.
I think
Cool.
the best case scenario is we turn this into we're turning 2
Yep.
blues into 3 random cards. So,
Yep. I pitch the yellowfin here.
Hold on to C4 in case we need to play it.
That is correct. Well, need is a strong word, but yeah,
Want to play it, I guess.
that's fair.
Hammy.
Cool. And now we click the gold button to complete our alchemical conversion of 1 card into 2 cards. Cool. Cool.
Now I want to actually crack like 1 more gold.
Yeah, I'm okay with this.
Yeah, let's go ahead and crack 1 more. Crack 1 more for the fans. All right, there we go.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
We are not playing the seafloor salvage. It's not worth the fail state. Play catch of the day, play take aim.
I was about to say that. I think that making the gold there is not actually worth it.
Well, no, it's also because this is now 15, and 15 is like basically too large for them to contend with.
Yeah, I don't think there's any real world. Okay, now we can send a Kraken.
And because we held on to it, we now get to send the King Shark instead.
I mean, it doesn't. I think we're at the point.
We arsenal the Kraken. We arsenal the Kraken, Aurora.
Yeah,
we play good, clean flesh and blood.
Oh yeah.
Activate hook.
Do it. And funny thing is
they could be on Fruits of the Forest, you know?
Yeah, that's true. All right, let's see if they can deal with 15 on a King Shark. I doubt it. All right. Seems like they have they have shelter.
Reaction number 1. Yep, that's all good. That's reaction number 1. Cool.
Or
reaction
that's
number 2.
unfortunate.
No.
All right. GG's. Yeah.
GG's opponent.
Yeah, that's a pretty cool one. You want to try to get one last one? All right, let's do it. So we want to go second in the smash up, I think.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't
really
matter.
feel like it matters. But...
It doesn't really matter.
All right, let's bring in the batterings. Let's cut the sharks. Let's run it. All right, let's see if we can avenge ourselves for the first game. This matchup is like, I don't know. I despise this matchup, but I still like playing it out just because I think it's one of the better decks right now. Playing against Pog Pog.
Oh, okay. Now, once this is all said and done, I think I'm going to go to Buffalo Wild Wings and get myself a triple chocolate chip cookie skillet with a scoop of vanilla ice cream.
Oh,
That
hell
sounds
yeah.
good.
Nice. Oh god, there used to be like, I'm trying to think of what restaurant had it originally.
Wait. Are we going first or second?
We're going second. This is gonna be worse. We could actually, we wanted to greet it. Could just block 3.
No. Okay, so just to clarify.
Okay, now there's no.
We are about to lay our entire hand down.
Oh yeah. What do we want to get rid of here?
Block. We're going to block 9, holding on to 3 of a kind.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Well, depending obviously on how they swing. 3 of a kind is the card I want to preserve till the end. In order of block, I would block with Portside Exchange first, followed by Battering Bolt, followed by Big Game, followed by 3 Oak.
Yeah, something like that.
Although if they were just swinging a Clave for 1, I would almost be tempted to just block 3 of a kind and just accept that it's sad.
No.
It's awesome. Our opponent is now trying to figure out how in the world they can, destroy us. Well, please pitch 2 reds, opponent. Please pitch 2 reds. Let's go. All
right. So we block battering.
We block battering bolt, Portside Exchange.
Okay. These 2. Right?
Yeah. Big Game Trophy Shot is so obscenely necessary in this deck to have enough, damage density.
Yep. It's interesting they're on Command and Conquer because I know a lot of Marionette lists have been cutting that recently.
Oh, cool. And they also have I guess they have a Chalicer generator of some sort.
Potentially. I mean, I
think they're just I think they're just Arsenal passing and marking us.
I assume so. Yeah.
That's fine.
Right.
Oh dang! You forgot to activate Enchanted Quiver to try to prevent that damage. Aurora.
Oh, true.
For shame. Okay, Aurora. Take aim. Reload Big Game Trophy Shot. 3 of a kind.
Yes.
Oh, this is so fun.
So we've seen 1 arrow. Yep. We have 22 arrows in deck, and we're going. So this is basically the same situation.
21 arrows. 21 arrows, but we're on.
Yeah. So the odds are, I think we had 23 in total or something like that, right?
23 in total, so we have 22. I would rip the 3 of a kind here. I'm not cracking a gold because once again, I want to use the Big Game Trophy Shot just to make a gold fin as a bailout.
Okay.
Cool.
So we have the yellow fin at this point. Now the question is, I think we do make a gold fin now, right?
Well, I mean, we're playing Big Game Trophy Shot. Of course, we make a gold fin.
Yeah,
we always make a gold fin.
So I think what we're hoping for here is either red arrow or better blue.
Yeah, because our hand is red, yellow, blue. Our hand fires an arrow.
Okay,
cool. Discard Goldfin Harpoon and load the mustard.
Yep.
Load. Yep. Load. Pitch. Okay, we are not hooking here. Can I explain why?
All right. Why are we not hooking here?
They're a deck that has a million reactions. They have Master Deceit, and they're going to go They are going to go Master Deceit, grab Codex of Inertia.
Yep.
If we hook here,
Inertia Trap. You mean?
Oh, sorry, Inertia Trap. You know what I meant. Yeah. It's just my real simple answer here is if we hook here, they're going to block with Carrion Husk, and we're going to cry.
That is basically Carrion Husk, isn't it?
It is Carrion Husk.
Yeah. It's kind of wild.
The other thing is we already have on hit make a gold from Big Game.
Yeah.
So it's not worth risking the hook
for a second gold, right? Yeah.
Yeah, for a second gold. If we had already blocked with hook, I would activate it here, or consider activating it. But also the fact that they have pause. The other fun part about all this is even if we don't get anything out of their hand, we get majority hand knowledge. We don't know what's in their arsenal.
Yeah. I feel like a lot of times
LSS, give us a harpoon. It flips the card in the arsenal face up, depending on what type it is, right?
Yeah.
No. The real answer, give me those nonsense outsiders things. Taylor probably would have said activate hook here. But anyway, ooh. So we have Orb Weaver Spinneret and Cut from the Same Cloth. I want to take Orb Weaver Spinner.
Yeah, because they don't currently have a coaster on board.
Correct. They don't have a way of generating one.
Uh, assume like that we could actually
Assuming they have Kiss of Death. I just want to take I just want to take that
Yeah.
because they only have 3 copies of that effect in their deck now.
It's actually really
Yeah, it's
sick
like-
for us.
Yeah. By the way, Aurora, what's their hand?
Their hand is cut from the same cloth, a incision, and then some other red, or it's the to the point, the dagger react,
Yeah.
right? Okay.
Yeah, it's just it's just important that we remember what's in their hand. But yeah, the fact that by doing this, there's the cut from the same cloth. Because I assume they're about to pitch both of these to play to swing Hunter's Glaive now.
Oh my god, this hand's
because
amazing.
we took their ability to generate a Chelicera.
Yeah.
We denied them the ability to convert a single card.
Yeah. I'm
And we're
actually curious why they might have wanted to consider actually like throwing the mask there. Okay,
Blocking.
they do have a Kiss of Death.
Oh.
Okay, that makes sense.
Okay, cool. They had Kiss of Death. Cool.
So we have the react left in hand, and then we also have what's the other card? It's
Doesn't matter. We're not blocking.
Yeah.
Right. Like we're just gonna throw 13 overpower next turn.
oh, they're just discarding a tarantula probably, right?
Well, we're not discarding it, right? It's another reaction. It stains and
Okay.
yeah.
Oh, it
Yeah,
wasn't stains. It was the
we're
other.
taking
Okay.
we're taking 15 damage here.
That's about right.
Look at that. Like,
Yeah.
isn't this great? Like we disrupt them and he's like, okay, cool, here's 15.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
But the benefit here, our mark has been cleared, which
That's
is like
nice.
real nice.
Oh, yeah.
Which means now Mask of Deceit. Ooh, okay. Cool. Activate cannon. What cards are in their graveyard right now?
Kiss.
Cool. Kiss is the only. Oh, this is beautiful.
Yeah, it's pretty good. I think we're getting Kraken here still.
Well, I mean, it's
just the
target.
better. Yeah.
Yeah. So like, I like Battering Bolt. Don't get me wrong.
I think Kraken is just strictly better.
Well, actually, Battering Bolt when they have Kiss of Death might be better, to be honest.
Okay, interesting.
Because it just like means they can't do. It means there's a lot of nonsense they can't do with it.
Yeah.
But either way, so that's 1, 2, 3. I kind of want to risk Hook here. I'm down to Tempo Hook because the answer is they have 3 points of armor block that they're willing to block with.
Yeah.
Most of their reacts are blocking 2 in this build.
And they don't have that
and if they're
guaranteed
willing-
way to flip into inertia trap.
Exactly. And if they flip into Tarantula, oh cool. And they discarded a react anyway.
Right, let's go for the dry hook. Right. Hope let's not get punished for. I mean, like the punish is like pretty bad here, or like.
Well, so here's the answer. They have 5 points of armor block.
Yeah.
They have 5 points of armor block. If they have like sink below in hand, and they're willing to give up flick knives. I'm willing to trade Hook for flick knives because we win that trade like every time.
I'm trying to think if they have like three block react plus 4 block plus armor. I guess that maybe I don't know, but then we're time walking them, so I guess it's fine.
That's kind of what it is. I just want to keep consistently and constantly applying pressure. Plus, we also have They also have frailty this turn.
Oh, Meat Madness. Okay.
Cool. Meat Madness. Cool.
Ooh,
oh, cool.
that's
They
good
got
club.
Chaliceras.
Yeah, that's a pretty good one. Okay, yeah, good.
So here's the problem, by the way. Yeah, they're gonna flip into a different hero now because they're gonna block differently.
Oh no.
It's a different RNG seed.
Oh, that's actually kind of hilarious. I guess it doesn't really matter. Like
it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Because here's the thing. Now when they block differently.
Yeah. It's funny how Toucher does that. I mean, it makes sense, right?
Well, no, because it's all based off random seeding. So here's the problem. Them undoing. Why? Oh, okay. They thought it was an attack. They thought it was King Shark.
Yeah,
okay.
yeah, that makes sense.
Okay, that's what happened. Okay, cool.
Right, so they just had the
they're
inertia
not
trap, but
blocking
that's fine.
They just had the inertia trap. Okay, cool.
All right, and fun thing for folks at home.
Yeah, no,
I
think what I think what happened was they didn't realize that this was Kraken Harpoon. And I think they thought it was Shark. Because otherwise we take their Chelicera generation again.
Yeah, which is pretty good.
So just look cool. And now, people at home, we are going to stack this so that inertia resolves before Ponder.
Yep. The secret that Arakni mains don't want you to know.
Cool. Refresh your page.
All right. Us? Nope. Hold on. All right. Technical difficulties. Dang it. I've been having some like weird issues with Telshard. All right. Got that. Let's try it one more time.
Cool.
All right, let's reorder it one last time. So under second.
Cool.
Arsenal?
Cool.
All
Click
right,
on the
we
card.
figure it out.
Perfect. Awesome.
Yeah.
Okay, here's a fun one. Meat Madness.
No text.
Meat Mad. No text. Okay, they have Meat Madness. Yeah, no text. Well, unless they want to flick. I want them to flick. Opponent, I will give you any of the 3 options. Flick your dagger at us.
Yeah.
Come on, opponent. You know you want to.
All right.
Yeah, it's just like because if Meat Madness. Okay, cool.
All right, they got the no text option. It's fine. We lost Codex.
Oh wait, were we marked?
No, we were not marked. I don't think we were.
Oh, is Meat Madness? Oh, wait, Meat Madness isn't if you're marked. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. I was almost like, oh yeah. So
let's start
this.
cracking some
Here's my
golds.
vote video.
Let's do it. Ooh, okay. Another buff plus blue. Or actually, this works, right? We can send Yellowfin for 9. Send Yellowfin for 17.
Yep. Yeah. Just keep the pump on top. Tunic Crackle. Draw card. Oh no. Just
Yeah,
keep
it doesn't really matter.
We're gonna Tunic Crackle. Draw card. Yeah.
Doesn't really matter.
I mean, it's 6 one way, half dozen the other. Yep. Cool. Load Yellowfin.
All right.
Tunic.
My hope is their hand is to take up the mantles, 2 codexes.
We'll activate cannon.
Play all the stuff.
Yep. Cannon hook, right? Pause. We have +9 on 8/17. Yeah, I'm hooking here.
Oh yeah, 100%. We're not marked, so they don't have the carrying. The carrying husk is actually a really good way to think about that.
Well, I mean, my friend referred to it as blocking with carrying husk one time, and it just stuck with me because
it makes sense.
I mean,
right?
that's just what it is, you know.
Yeah. It's like conditional. I mean, carrying husk, I guess, is also kind of.
I mean, here's the really funny part. If they had hit the banish card from hand option, we would have just discarded a pump drawn into Codex of Frailty, and then Tunic drawn into the other pump, and then done 16 overpower with Kraken. So like it does it better. Okay.
Yeah, 17's not. I mean, 17 on Yellowfin, but like probably just give us like.
I mean, 17 they're not covering. Yeah. That's like actually the answer. And I mean, in before they actually do it, but like at the same time, if they're covering it, power to them.
So we know their arsenal's Kiss of Death still, right?
Yep, we know the arsenal is still Kiss of Death.
I have like the worst short-term memory of all time, so like, especially on like video, I'll often just like forget what my opponent has because I'm talking or whatever.
Yeah, so like because I do this in paper all the time, and I try to help out with teaching to like some of my local community.
Yeah,
I am like also like I did this in Magic, even when like I'm not writing stuff down. Yeah. And we do this a lot in Riftbound, even though we're allowed to write it down.
Oh, really?
I'm too lazy to write things down, so I'm just like actively vocalizing what cards in their hand. Oh my god, are they breaking it? I mean, well, they're shoving everything.
Yeah.
Hey, if they are breaking it, I am A-okay with this.
It's not looking great. It could also just be YOLO flipping. If they YOLO flip in a trapdoor.
I guess you ready for the real answer?
Yeah.
I think their hand might just have a bunch of yellows.
No,
I think they were doing the math and realizing they're short.
Oh damn. Yeah, what is the block here? It's curious.
I don't know.
Yeah. Ooh. All right, we're not getting covered. Okay. So that means we do have 2 reacts in it.
Yeah. Well, we're gonna get to see that.
Yeah, we're gonna see. All right. So I guess
we're talk Pippi. Cool. Guess we're not blocking Kiss of Death.
Yo, sounds about right. All right, this game's going a lot better.
We're gonna ponder. Yeah,
let's do it.
Well, I mean, it turns out when our hands draw. Okay, no arsenal. Fun thing. If we knew they had to leave no witnesses, I immediately slammed that in my arsenal. Yep. I have done that against. I've done that too. Multiple Araknis. Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. Okay, so here's something that's really fun. Okay, I am looking I am looking, and I am asking myself, do I think it's worth? So, big game trophy shot actually doesn't work next turn.
Right.
Cool story.
I think we
Cool
just
story.
block for the 4 value, or it's actually 5 value, right? Because we deny the mark.
4. Yeah, it's 5 points of value. I'm down to block big game here. Yeah, I'm glad that we're on the same page here.
Yeah.
Where it's just
there's like it's so risky to big game in that position because you need to draw either like a yellow or you need to like crack another
because
gold.
you would have to big game. Well, here's the problem: you would need to big game, and then you would need the card off the top of your deck to be a red.
Yeah.
Or to be another big game, right?
Right.
Cool.
Something like that.
T-Toxus opponent. T-Toxus opponent. Come on. Get your 7 value.
Yeah.
Oh, they're just holding the T-Toxin arsenal.
That's fine.
Even better.
Yeah. And I guess that means we're not rebuying their Kismet again.
Yeah. Okay. Cannon. Cool. Here's a fun one. What arrow are we grabbing?
I think it's still Kraken in my. We know they have T-Toxin. Like the deck is supposed we haven't seen any codexes. We've also not seen any codex of inertia.
Okay. I'm down for either.
We haven't seen any savers either.
Yep. Okay. I like this.
Yeah.
I like this.
I think I always just default to Kraken unless I have like a very strong.
And no hook here.
Yeah.
0% chance that we hook here.
Yeah, I feel like I always default to Kraken in this matchup just because like it's very rare. Yeah, it's very rare to like have battering bolts get the best case scenario for battering bolt is.
So here's my thing. If I know that I'm not able to disrupt their turn, cool. Look at this. If I know I'm not able to disrupt their turn, wow. So battering bolt would have done almost the same thing.
It's basically same text functionally.
Yeah, it's same text here. Cool. And we know he has a T-Tox in his arsenal. It's if I know he has a let's go, Cobb. Oh, buddy. Okay. Pause.
I feel like we should crack at least 1 gold, right?
Well, so we have an option here. Yeah. So obviously we can do the 10 overpower line.
Yeah.
But there's also a load bluefin harpoon, send bluefin with go again line.
Oh, okay, I see.
No. We don't have Tunic Live. If we had Tunic Live, I like that. Okay, Codex of Bloodrot, King Kraken Harpoon, Pitch Sunken Treasure, Bluefin Harpoon, save Bluefin Harpoon. Yeah, save Bluefin Harpoon for next turn.
Okay. Yeah, I like this. I think we've seen a lot of our buffs, is one thing I was going to call out. So we've seen 7. We might have pitched a catch today. I don't remember doing that.
Yeah, it's also more the other reason why I'm not trying to crack a gold here right now is like I like to keep applying pressure here.
Yeah,
they're low enough that 10 is a real number. Like maybe we are supposed to crack 1 gold here, but keeping 2 gold means that our last copy of Big Game Trophy Shot that we pitched earlier, I believe, right?
Yeah,
I might be wrong here. I might be thinking of a previous game, but like our last copy of Big Game, because we blocked with 1.
We can look after.
Our final copy of Big Game Trophy Shot having 2 gold means it's always 10 overpower, like on demand.
Yeah, basically. What have we seen from them? We've not seen any codexes. We've not seen any. We know that T-Tox is an arsenals. We've seen 2 of those. And then...
and so also the other reason that we're doing this, we are hunting for their final copy of Orb Weaver Spinneret by doing this.
Yeah, that's true.
Like this is the other big thing, like the fact that we stole 1 early and they had to eat a ton of damage to equip the second one. I'm actually wondering when some of these Marios are going to start running copies of like Blue Whittle to the Bone.
I was just thinking the same exact thing. Is like what?
No, it's a blue 3 block. There's like very little downside. They just stopped running Black Tech Whispers. They run the new AB1 give stealth attack go again boots, and it's just you're sacrificing your boots to equip a Chelicera, but like you're already sacrificing your hat to do the same thing.
Yeah. I mean, there also is a red.
Ooh, Mask of Deceit time. Okay.
All right, YOLO.
They're going for the YOLO roll.
All right, Tarantula is good for us, I think.
Okay. Yeah, it was like, ooh, and that's another T-Tox, by the way.
All right.
That is their final. There is only 1 Tarantula Toxin left, and it is in their arsenal now, I believe.
Okay, right? So that's actually fine.
Take a look at their graveyard, if you would.
Yeah, it's the
Okay, perfect. Yep. Cool. Here's the best part. We also have a Blood Rot Pox for them.
Oh yeah. Alright, let's
Ooh.
Arsenal bluefin.
Arsenal yellowfin.
Oh, you like the elephant
doesn't matter.
actually.
Well, yeah, it's because you
Yeah,
send yellowfin with go
codex.
again. We send yellowfin with go again,
Okay.
but it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Legitimately, this does not matter.
Oh, it looks like
Oh,
they're
they're
just
just
pay
oh
the
no,
blood run.
they're paying for blood rot. They're gonna pitch the yellow. They're gonna pitch codex.
Oh, it was codex.
Yep, they pitched
Okay.
codex. Cool. Activate Sarong, if you
Do
would.
it. Let's do it. Do we want to hook
Awesome.
this?
Not yet. So here, because we're gonna be doing a spicy 3 of a kind line. If you would be so kind,
Pitch the salvage, right?
pitch the salvage to crack a gold, draw a card.
Okay. Let's start with gold crack. Let's try it.
Yep. We've got a little bit of opportunity to do something funny.
We got Tipple.
Cool. Activate Marlynn, if you would.
That's Tipple.
We're gonna hook this Tipple.
Let's do it. I guess they have tunic up, but
yeah, cool. Give us your tunic, friend.
Yeah. Let's do it. All right, Kraken.
Beautiful.
Not bad.
Beautiful.
All right. Yeah, this is basically perfect, right? We get to bluefin, catch of the day, Kraken.
Yep. So we're now going to send bluefin. Awesome. We're going to send bluefin for go again.
Yep.
Pitching yellowfin harpoon.
Good. Then we get to catch of the day on King Kraken and on 12.
We get to catch of the day, King Kraken. Catch of the day, King Kraken, 3 of a kind. We are at minimum sending 8, which is already lethal based on the texture of the board. But we're probably sending 12 overpower.
Not too bad. Yeah, I feel like this game went a lot better. Like, it almost is weird because we didn't see. I guess we saw
drew
like
better.
Yeah, I guess we just did drew, but like, I guess like what was it like? We kind of saw the similar cards. It's just the cards were like out of order almost, right? Because we drew like two 3-oaks and like a codex in the first game, and then the second game we just like drew them better. Like, I guess that's maybe the takeaway is just draw better.
Yep. In the immortal words of Taylor, just draw better 5-head. Cool. And now they show us 1 card in their hand.
Blue.
Hey, and it's a 2-block.
Easy.
Cool. Catch. Throke.
But we do have tune-up for backup in case we brick, but we don't, which is nice.
What's a brick? Arsenal. We're gonna Arsenal Tipple, by the way. Just for the meme.
Just for the meme.
I would like to send 12 overpower opponent.
And Arsenal sold at T-Tox.
Mm-hmm.
So probably
this isn't necessarily game.
Yeah, it's not.
And that's the other reason why I want to Arsenal. That's also why I want to Arsenal the Tipple here.
Yeah,
is because Tipple just gives us extension.
We should actually talk about Tipple. I think we were both trying to cut Tipple from our lists initially, or at least I was trying to, and then I think we just converged on Tipple.
Ooh, fate foreseen. Hey, they survived.
You survived one more turn. I've tried cutting Tipple, but it's just
every time I cut Tipple, I just run back to it because it's a consistency piece. It's a bad card, but like it's the only copy we're allowed to run of it.
Yeah. Now red Tipple. We had red Tipple. I think we'd be cooking.
Oh, baby. Ooh. Okay. Now we get to do the fun thing. Activate Marlynn.
Let's do it.
Activate gold baited hook.
Okay.
We always hook the Tipple.
Okay.
Because they're not incentivized to block this. This isn't currently lethal damage.
Yeah, that's fair.
I am asking them to give us a real card.
Yeah. I guess they could also give the flick here.
Beautiful. Yeah.
If you wanted to.
Yeah, it just cool. Okay. Now
I think we're gonna crack some gold, so I think we don't load.
Yeah, I don't want to load. I want them to have as little information about what our hand's gonna be as possible. Oh, cool. We bought the flick knives. Let's go. Close chain.
Let's do it.
Okay. Cool.
Gold. So ideal scenario here is buff. Okay, 3-0.
Cool. Oh, cool. Okay, play Loan Shark. We're getting greedy.
Yes.
Don't load anything yet. Loan Shark. Pitch Sleep Jar, draw a card.
Yeah, let's do it.
Like we're just hunting for a buff at this point, right?
Yep. Battering's probably now.
Battering bolt is a buff. Battering bolt is a buff. Load battering bolt. Battering bolt.
And we'll have the 3-oak for next.
That is correct.
It still doesn't kill them though. Kind of just time walking.
No. Well, here's the thing. They have to give us their entire hand.
Yeah.
If they block. So here's the thing. They have T-Tox and Arsenal, so the only thing they can do is what? Block 3 cards, go to 1, keep Kiss of Death, send like 9.
Yeah.
No. We are actively bleeding them.
Yeah. We'll
I mean, the
find a
cool
hand
part
that kills
is
them. eventually.
Redfin would have been lethal, I guess, but
Yeah.
like we have no guarantee of that. Arsenal 3-0. Okay, cool. And now this is game.
Yeah.
Activate Marlin, big game trophy shot.
Yeah.
We're gonna big game. We are likely big game trophy shotting this Redfin harpoon.
Yep. All right. Easy.
Discard. Okay, cool. Play the take aim. I almost don't want to play the catch today, but we're gonna play the catch today.
We have Tunic as backup.
We have Tunic as backup, right? Right. What's our
I think we're also almost through first cycle, right? We should be.
Yep. Yep.
It's turn 8. We've seen. Yeah, we have to be
Yep.
like. So we have mostly blues at this point.
We're 2 cards off.
Yeah.
We should be 2 cards off. Yeah. And this is
okay. I guess
this is what, cool.
Right.
Cool. Well, this sucks. Oh, never mind. This doesn't suck. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
You're right. Oh shoot. Wait. Oh wow. I forgot that we could do that. That's another legal play. Oh, and we get to save the We get to save the take aim.
It's pretty sweet. It's 19.
Yeah. Battering bolt for 19.
Good enough. I feel like the battering bolts actually were kind of like that. I mean, they're like barely good enough, I guess. But
enabling chat. Yeah.
Pretty good. All right, what's our opponent got to say? I think I shouldn't have attacked you turn 1, maybe. Oh, interesting. I think it's always. Is it always right to flick dagger?
Think about it. No. So
it doesn't matter.
If they hadn't attacked us turn 1, we get to just fire a big game trophy shot with 3 oak at them. So I would. Yeah, it's like.
No, I think it's right.
We blocked correctly.
Yeah,
it's like they wanted to attack us. I think attacking us made sense.
Yeah, I think that was good. God, this matchup just feels like this game we like just completely
it's swingy.
It's so swingy. Like I don't know.
The worst part. Yeah, you ready for the worst part?
Yeah.
Cool. By the way, we would not have discarded take aim. We would have gone to 15. Take a look at the top 4 cards of our deck.
What are the top 4? Unsort. Did pre-med?
We have no gold.
Oh, that's true. Yes.
Yeah, so we have take aim, port side, pre-med, hamstring. So yeah,
this would have been bad.
This would have been take aim into
hammy.
This would have been take aim, pre-med, hamstring shot. So here's the issue, Aurora.
Yeah.
If we were paying attention, we would know that we pitched a pre-med early.
Yeah.
Right. And we would know where we're at. I don't think either of us are paying enough attention.
I don't know.
because if we were, you would know that immediately after hamstring shot pre-med is a bluefin. And so what you would have done is gone take aim. You would have gone take aim, pre-med, take aim, pre-med, activate cannon, pitching catch of the day hamstring shot, port side exchange to hit the bluefin, send bluefin.
Oh, that would actually been a sick line if we would have known.
Yeah, so something that's really fun.
Yeah.
I have used the port side as a draw load a card mode before.
Yeah.
But what's really fun is you can go like activate cannon, have codex and arsenal, have port side in hand, go cool. Play port side exchange. I feel like there's a pump on top of my deck. Draw the pump, play codex.
One thing I've done it a lot with like Iopedia, go to no cards in hand and then port side. Like that's typically the way I think I do it. Like because I don't fucking I can't pitch stack. I have like the worst memory of all time. But anyways, that was a pretty good game to I guess end it on.
Our opponent saved that game as a replay.
Nice, let's go. But yeah, thank you, Ben, for sticking around for some extra games. I hope we were able to bounce back from the first game where Taylor, we got owned because Taylor's on stream, but now that Ben is on the stream, or I guess not on the video, whatever. Now that we had just Ben, I think that we were able to pilot that to a victory. So thank you, Ben, for the wins tonight.
No problem.
All right. But yeah, that was a fun time. I guess this was our second kind of like segment into the solved Marlyn list or whatever. The Marlyn Council.
They're in.
Yeah. But yeah, thank you for stopping by. Thanks to Taylor as well. And yeah, if you have any questions for Ben or Taylor in the chat or in the YouTube comments, feel free to let us know. And yeah, that was a fun time.
Absolutely. Looking back at it, the only thing I would say is because we had a game. Did we have a game against Kasai today?
No, I don't think we did.
Yeah, my only question would be against Kasai. Do you run Saltwater Swell?
I actually
I
like
feel
it.
like if we have, I figure if we have it, it's like if you smoke it, you smoke them if you got
Yeah,
them.
yeah, yeah,
The
right?
card feels very good into her.
Yeah. Clearing cell swords is like pretty good. And
Yeah.
also just like having a 1 for 3 go again that's like red is like also pretty. I don't know. I'm
Yeah.
partial. Swell is like probably one of my like red swell specifically is probably one of my
Oh,
favorite cards.
Aurora,
Yeah.
The minute we get a gold quiver that lets us run,
Yeah.
lets us run Skullbone, I'm on
Easy.
6 copies of Swell.
Oh yeah,
I'm on
easy.
6
Easy.
copies of Swell.
Yeah, I don't know. I think like I don't know, just the art alone on this card is really
The
cool.
deck change. The minute
Yeah.
that we run Skullbone Crosswrap as like a guaranteed hat, the
Yeah.
deck changes. The deck
Yeah.
changes so much.
Yeah. But anyways,
well,
hopefully
I mean-
with Compendium we'll get a new hat, or not a new hat, a new quiver, which we are. Oh, what is that? Is that a deck box?
My deck box.
Oh, nice, nice, nice.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's
so
a
you got the
magic
magic card. Yeah, nice.
Yeah, and then like on the inside, it's Gyarados.
So sweet.
Yeah, it's got a
All
lot
right.
of stuff in it.
But yeah, I think we're gonna call it there. So please print us a new quiver and pen, LSS, if you're listening. And yeah, with that, I guess we will see y'all next time whenever the Marlin Council reconvenes, I guess.
Absolutely. The next time we reconvene,
All right,
we're going to talk about what cards we take from our opponent's deck and how deck damage during the early game can set us ahead in the late game.
Nice. Let's do it. All right. Thank you all for watching, and we'll see you all next time. And a special thank you to all the folks who decided it would be a good idea to give us $2 on Patreon. We really appreciate the support, but it's obviously never required.